Hello, chat. It is time. It is time. We have models tonight, and apparently also some heavy rioting. And not even rioting, just civil disturbance on the streets of LA. LA. It's kind of like it's the Battle of LA, to quote the great. Well, I wouldn't call him the great, but when I was out in the garage today, it's like, when you're working and all of a sudden, you don't like Rage Against the Machine, but when when Bulls on Parade comes on or Guerrilla Radio, you listen and you nod your head along to it. Like, don't lie like you don't. Don't lie like you don't. Like that's a thing here. So, see, we got some LA protest live. Let's see what we got. Apparently things got spicy for a while. And let me see if we got stuff. Let's see what we got that's live. Because thought this would be a fun way to do some rioting. We got some rioting, and we got yeah. Let's see what we got. Who is D-Day Cobra using right now? Let me see. I can't find. All right, hold on here, chat. I'm gonna. Oh wow, there are people doing like donuts in front of the cops. Hold on here, chat. Let me. I think we got something here. Chat. Okay. Yeah, we got some stuff we can watch here. Here we go, chat. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So here we go. We got some riots. We got some protests going on for the ICE raid. We are going to turn this down a hair, but you can see things are starting to pick up as we go. Let's say, guys, we got some stuff we're going to work on tonight. So we got that, and we also have friends. We have friends coming in. People have been on the show, guys, and actually, it's not just people who are on YouTube, but I think it's important to. I think it's a fun time for you guys, especially if you are a, viewer of the channel and you're here and you do stuff. And certainly, like, we all have hobbies, we all have things we like to do, and I think for some of us, we do cool shit. And like last week, we had Kurt. Kurt was showing us watches and stuff. Like, that was pretty neat. I didn't know that was a thing. So tonight we've got kind of a similar, like, we got people doing stuff, people hanging out, and in the future, chat, if you guys want to do this, I hope you guys join us. Natasha, this is in Los Angeles. So it's in Los Angeles. So the police are apparently chucking out pepper balls and stuff at people. So, looks like things are kind of drawn down, but yes, the National Guard has apparently been federalized because Gavin Newsom refused to call them out. So, but yes, this is in LA, and joining us right now, we're going to put this on mute all the way, is two people tonight, and they asked, like, right off the bat, and I said, yeah. And remember, chat, you can do whatever you want as long as it's not like, like you're doing Baldo assembly. We could probably make it work, and I probably won't have a problem with it. So, first up tonight is going to be, well, we'll do it because she's ready to go. Are you ready? Here we go. Is the Chugi Show. She is here doing her. She is doing.
Hello.
Hi. So, what are you doing tonight?
I am doing what is called diamond painting. So, for those of you that aren't familiar with that, this is what this is eventually gonna look like. That's a little bit better picture of it, kind of. But then basically, so you've got these things that they kind of call them diamonds, and you need to have the diamonds. You need to have your little pin here, and you put wax on it. And we're taking all of these and we're putting them on the design, and you have numbers and colors. It's almost like painting by numbers, sort of. But you're taking these plastic, what they call diamonds or dots, and you're putting them on your thing. So
okay, nice. Sounds like fun. Somebody says with your gloves on, looks like you're cooking meth.
Well, see, I have this thing called a murder mittens, and he decides to regularly just destroy my hands. And you again, probably gotta think, holy fuck, this lady cuts herself. No.
Oh, that makes it. Yeah, that would be bad. So
It's not attractive looking. So yeah, I'm wearing gloves.
that works. And then also joining us tonight is Stabby, and yes, one of our Jannies. What are you doing tonight, Stabby?
Here to sweep it up.
What are you doing?
Well, I've got some 40K miniatures I'm working on. I did finally get around to finishing one of my kids' ornaments. I make them custom ornaments every year for Christmas.
I like that color.
Hey. Nice.
I did this too.
She has
Very
crystals and gloves on. Where's the pipe?
Yes.
And I was working on
There you go.
custom Dante, doing a brown base coat because he's going to have gold armor. So anywhere where I miss with the gold, we'll have a nice, like deep brown color, so it won't be like too contrasting. And
those are way cool.
Yeah.
And then, guys, tonight we will be continuing to work on from this is user 404, the locomotive, the 4-8-8-4, the largest locomotives in the United States, one of the largest steam locomotives ever made. And we're going to keep working on this, so we're going to keep going as we get to this. So much to do, chat. So much.
I've also got something Sean would really like, but I don't know.
Spiders. Oh no.
That's
cool.
Oh, very nice. Are those meant to be bolt action, or you just found something like it? Okay, that's kind of like one I did. So
let me turn on my autofocus, see if I can get it to focus better.
Well, put it in front of your hand and then put it up.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah, I've done a couple like that.
I need to get a much newer camera before I can do the fancy auto.
All right.
So hopefully you guys can make sense of what I'm doing here.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna do the model. We are going to put us off to the side as we watch the riot here. So here we go. Let's see what's going on with this dude.
But yeah, I would like to hear from chat. What should I paint tonight? Should I do a tank? Should I bust out the airbrush? Should I do maybe a demon?
Let's see if we can find a better stream. Hold on. LA protest.
I got a dreadnought I can do. I've actually got like 3 dreadnoughts to do right now.
Okay, we got a couple. Here's some good ones. All righty, chat. We got some good ones to look at here.
Here's one I was working on. His old arm exploded though because I didn't clean enough of the uncured resin out. So when I glued in the joint piece, like I magnetized everything too, but when I
wow, it's kicking off at the ice building. It looks like. Here we go.
Glued in this arm joint, it sealed all the uncured resin in there, and we had the windows open. It was too hot in the house.
Here you go, chat.
Is it freedom gas?
Yes.
Woohoo! Well, you know, I don't know if there's gonna be any blood at the protest, but you've already had first blood on your screen tonight because I managed to poke myself really bad.
Oh, this is a replay. Okay. Well, this is a replay that week. We'll go to the other ones, chat. Hold on.
Here's what happens when you don't get all the uncured resin out, and it's a hollowed model.
Ooh.
It'll just split wide open.
Wow. Ooh. Well, that stinks.
Yeah, I can just print more.
Printing was always something that I wish that I could have gotten into a little bit. It just seemed kind of fun, but only so much space and so much money. So
It's way cheaper than buying the models, though.
yeah.
Like to build a 2,000 point 40K army, I think it's at least $1,000, probably closer to 1,500. And I didn't spend that much on my printer, and I've printed like 6,000 points of Blood Angels so far this year for like $100.
I guess these people are about it.
No, this right here is live, correct?
Yes. This is live,
Oh.
what I can tell.
Oh, look, we're having a bonfire. I wish I had like this.
You ever try these things, Sean? It's like a foam.
Yeah, that's
soft.
what I was thinking.
It's a foam soft.
I've heard of them. Never
sanding-
tried them.
It's like a sanding stick.
Yeah.
Hey Sean, did you see on Twitter that one of Nick Ricada's I don't know, Janny's whatever wrote an AI song about people?
No, but I guess if that's how they want to spend their time,
Can I play it because it cracks me up?
They don't. I'm not gonna lie. His A-logs and his people, they don't rate the time on my show. I'd rather give the show to you guys and let you guys be on the show and you guys talk about things than let them talk about things.
Well,
because
the song
they're-
ends with something about some guy saying John's dead. Is that some reference that I'm not familiar with?
That's the Dear John stream that they're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that
So-
seems like more like a swipe bet.
Oh, that's Randy's Donuts. That's the big donut shop in LA.
Good yourself.
Natasha says, "Oh no, that's near where I work." Well,
Not
at least you have till Monday.
SoCal Shorts. SoCal Shorts on YouTube.
SoCal Shorts on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
I can't believe I
So-
follow you already.
Well, I used to just
Memes. So what's with the chimp out? People are
I
mad
got
that
tired of it.
La
No,
Migra immigration's doing their job.
I had to make a
I got
clean
sick
cut.
of it that much.
Well, if you're paying for it, then you might as well go. It's like $3,000.
Mystery Sniper, send me the links or show me what's going on.
I think I got here 2. I just kind of run back and forth.
I'll take care of it if someone's screwing around.
Go ahead. This again.
Right.
It's like the 4th of July.
You right for somebody?
Okay, this guy backed out of the fight. Let's see if these people are in the fight. I don't know here. It's not night yet, so you think they're gonna get started soon. This might be a better shot here. Here we go.
You do have the choice of picking up multiple diamonds at one time, but sometimes that can be hard getting it just right. Like right now, I don't seem to have enough wax.
Did you see the video of the pallets of cinder blocks? Let me know if you can hear my airbrush, and I'll just mute my mic.
No, airbrushing's not too bad. I mean, mine doesn't.
Well, my compressor's in my basement.
Oh well, that might. Yeah,
Another
if you do
fun
that,
thing
then-
about having a murder mittens is that you find their hair and everything. And I had to do so much dusting off of this canvas when getting things set up tonight. I was like, Maverick, I love you, but I wish you wouldn't leave parts of you literally everywhere.
Okay.
So apparently they're
Okay,
gathering
okay,
outside the
green
federal
light,
building
green
again
light.
for round
But
2
I'm
tonight.
not good, I don't know how to use it yet.
The news is reporting. You guys should actually see this. This is
Okay.
uh-oh.
I just
If this is really happening.
I have a gimbal, but like it always like turns off.
Okay.
Like it like.
Here we go.
Behind me, and here there are a few
Let's go back to this guy just said.
protesters here at the federal detention
Hold on here.
facility. They're standing on the sidewalk. Yesterday they were in that driveway.
I just turned this on. They said that people are preparing to fight. So it's going to be good, chat. We're getting good
Protesters, and of
tonight.
course, that led to some confrontations.
So
In
we'll
fact,
go
you
back
can
to that
see
when it
right
gets
now,
good.
It's on. I don't know.
So
The little thing.
Aaron says, "Where's this at?" It's in L.A. So commies aren't people. Yes.
Or follow yourself.
Release the dinos on this crowd. I don't know. I don't know if we can actually recommend.
WMA scene says, "Where do I
Utopians.
find your PO box?"
Dinos.
Hold on
That'd
here.
be
Let
cool.
me. It should be in the
I
thing.
think
If
that's
it's
why
not down
we
there,
can see
chat,
it,
let me
like, official
type
media
it in.
version.
It's
What
That way I don't have to be scared because I keep running away. Don't they have like official press credentials and then they won't arrest you with all the other rabble
that's
rousers?
like that's for like LAPD, but I don't know if it would apply to this because this is like a
This
sheriff.
company, yeah.
Well, this is
So what do
sheriff,
you
and
want?
this is like also like FB. This is
there's my PO box.
It's beyond LAPD,
Right.
but LAPD does give press passes that you can go
Right.
beyond the yellow. I heard they're easy to get if you do like a lot of crimes.
One thing I hate about airbrushing is
Right.
cleaning the damn thing.
Oh yeah, I hate it too.
I did Beyonce, I did Kendrick.
I got some garbage brushes that I'll just shove in there.
I'm looking
Mhm.
at Pride right now, but
Aaron says you've been drinking. Oh, did you go to? You were on a pontoon. Oh, you thought you went to? I thought you went to Stonies. Today would have been a nice day to be on a boat. It was like 70 here. It was a
I
nice
do a
day
lot
today.
of concerts. But
So, Cal is saying, well wishes from Kiwi. Hello. Can you recommend hand brushes for a beginner hobby painter? I mean, it depends what you're doing.
no.
If you're trying miniatures, you might want smaller brushes. They sell miniature painting brushes.
It all depends on
Um,
the scale.
Yeah, it depends on your scales. But it depends on like kind of like what type of models you're painting. If you're painting like vehicles, you might want like bigger brushes.
Yeah.
It really depends on what type you're doing. And honestly, what I would say is, if you're not sure,
Kendrick didn't take me down.
you're doing gunpla. Okay, you're mini pla.
You're like the king.
I would ask because I'm not a big
Yeah.
gunpla guy.
Just start out with a set of cheap synthetic brushes off
Well,
Amazon.
that was-
Spend like
I
$10.
just gotta go.
Get a,
Yeah, that was
get
gonna
a
be-
range of them.
Yeah.
And then maybe
I
on
look for
top
the
of that,
National
you can
Guard
buy
to
like a
do that.
pack of
Mhm.
like cheap synthetic. Like these are like 000 brushes
Yeah.
right here. And I've got 18-0, 20-0. You know, like they can get super fine.
Yeah. Well, this
depending
is
on
like
what you're doing.
This is what I do is I got my wet palette, and underneath the wet palette, you can it came with like this is for like $20, and it came with a set of brushes. And yeah, this is all off Amazon. So don't go if you're getting into something, get tools and equipment You
just
like
get something that's functional.
Yeah. Don't worry if you end up getting it and you do better about it, you'll kind of outgrow crappy equipment and you'll buy better equipment. But for now, while you're learning, you can learn some basics with kind of like basic stuff. So that might be the best way to do it, in my opinion. So, oh, they're tossing flashbangs. We better put the sound up.
Ooh.
I wonder if I can get this down without causing a giant crash. Probably not.
See, watching these guys shoot the less lethal stuff wants me. I got to finish my 40mm launcher this summer.
Sean, I've got a
Yeah.
4 airbrush manifold on my desk. So I'm
Oh wow!
so
4
I've got,
airbrushes, geez.
yeah, I can have 4 of them hooked up at the same time. They're all different sizes and they're all relatively cheap. Like this
Nice.
master brush is like less than $20. This Galari,
Do you run different needles on them?
yes. So like this master brush is a 0.5, this one's a 0.35, and this one's a 0.2 for like fine detail or doing like what's it called, OSL, open source lighting. So like if you want to do like a glow effect on it from a light bulb, like for these tanks.
Well, you're gonna do the
have
ones with like
headlights.
the plasma hitting them and stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that where it
Oh.
has like a glow effect coming from it. That's these 0.2 is really good for that.
X says his dad was a CO, had lots of pepper ball grenade boxes. Yeah, prisons will use those a lot. And remember, Chad, if you pick up a tear gas canister, it's going to be very hot when it's burning, so you'd better wear gloves. Is Kyle Rittenhouse boots on the ground yet? No. But also, Chad, keep that in mind. Smoke grenades are hot as hell, too. They will burn you.
Has chat seen Kyle? He's about this tall. about yay high.
About this tall. They're not near Koreatown, Nero. Sadly. Stella says, stop giving the tips. I'm giving you guys tips.
How was that? How was your jaunt?
Um, yeah.
So. See, I really need to make my 40mm launcher. I gotta get the parts done. I gotta get the barrel. This will be fun. Jefferson says, Jefferson Poe says, is there a non-DMCA Hell March to play with the riots? No. Bay Shaman says, nothing will change until the U.S. realizes China is our enemy. That's very true. And then Spud Gun for £2 sterling. The King Sterling. Says it's not the 4884. The 4884 is the wheel arrangement. Yeah, I know it's called the Big Boy, but I don't know if people know what that means. So I was just going off of the arrangements. I don't know. I'm not that big a foamer. I don't know what the difference. Badweather Biker says, what's better for riot defense? A SKS
Rubber grenades
with a blade bayonet or a SMLE with a sword bayonet? Asking for a friend. Probably the SKS because you can just keep reloading it faster. But I'm not gonna lie, like my SMLE, my Mark 1 my number 1 Mark 3 star, so the World War I edition, where I've got the 1907 sword bayonet, is dope. But those are pretty good. The Mark 4s, or the number 4 Mark 1s are not bad either.
Yo, Shanti, my name's
So,
Shanti, bro.
Yes, let's get a close up of the guy, Chewy.
Yeah.
They're not going to copyright my music.
Yeah.
I won't, bro. I'm a kid.
Okay, I don't care about this guy shilling on Kick. All right, nobody cares there.
Watch out for those rubber bullets.
Sam Hyde's now doing like stuff.
Yeah, our train's in the car.
The Sam Hyde show.
Her leg got split open.
He's now releasing on YouTube. That's interesting.
I was like, well, you gotta get
Let's
arrested
start
or
watching
what?
that.
But
Okay, let's see here.
she's just mad.
All right, live ice, no.
Let's stick together, bro.
All right.
We gotta stick together.
You got to stick together so you can all get deported. Sorry, you all get a flare edge. You're all hanging out together.
Let me see. How many you got? On the kid?
Okay, let's get all the good channels in.
174,000. Santi, I'll follow you.
We got KTLA. I'll get them up in a second here.
They already know who you
KTLA
are. there.
Live.
Over here, they don't know who you are. Santi, we got you. Santi.s_.
Yes.
I'm gonna follow you.
And what I'm doing now is like a Zenithal
David.
highlight. So like I'm leaving a lot of the shadows in the recesses while highlighting the edges with my airbrush before I even put down a base color.
I think there's new fighting. Oh, actually, no. This is old fighting at the courthouse still.
Oh, some of them know me?
They already know you.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome.
I think we're good for now.
Plug your shit on mine too. Plug your shit.
We're
We only got 200 people here. Only 200 people want to watch the riots.
on YouTube.
Oh,
People right here.
So
all right. Well, I guess I'd better get to doing my models because it's kind of boring if I'm not. Just being channel curator.
Right?
Are we going to cover the Kilmore Garcia federal indictment at some point? Yes. I don't know if it's bullshit or not, guys, but you know when you start, you know, we need him to get due process, and you scream so hard about it that the government then goes and finds a reason to put him in prison forever. Like I think if he really did all this stuff and he gets indicted and prosecuted and sentenced to prison for like 20, 30 years, like are all those due process? Well, we did our part. We sacrificed a guy in prison to get due process. It's like, I don't know. I think he might have been better off in El Salvador for a little while, but that's just me. So. Watch Black Conspiracy. Yeah, the riots aren't kicking yet. I know they're not, but this is the best we got, man. This is the best we got. Could he get a mistrial
Patience,
for malicious
grasshoppers. The night
prosecution?
is young.
I mean, like, if he committed the crime, though, no. Like, he made him, like, everybody made him the cause of celeb, so everybody went back through every scrap of paper with his name on it and found him. So, that's why it's a bad idea.
5
Why a
weeks
bad
ago.
idea to do all this?
I'm moving back. Actually, I moved to like Sunset. It could be out of control.
So,
And now he's got some highlight to him.
oh, there you go. Oh, you need me to. Oh, there you go. Nice. Bad Weather Biker says, can Rule 303 be used in riot situations?
They had a few American flags.
Breaker, Bad Weather Morant reporting for duty. I'd be very careful about doing that if there's cameras around. Wow, they're bringing up a fridge. That poor
Is it a
little
cup fridge?
refrigerator.
No, I guess it's too big.
No, it's a big one. It's a grande fridge. Walter Malone says,
I have
Sean,
so
you
many
Mick,
inappropriate jokes.
you have to be an O'Malley fan. Have you got him in the rematch tonight? I forgot that was tonight. What's the line? O'Malley versus Marab. What are the I mean, I like Sean, but what are the lines on this?
That's your refrigerator?
Let's
I'll go
see.
get it
What
for
is
you.
the
I'll tell
line
you.
on it?
Don't mess with that refrigerator. Mess with somebody else's refrigerator.
Let's see. Yeah, what are the odds? So the odds are... Oh! Sean O'Malley plus 225. Really? I don't know if I... Divashvili he's really at minus 275? I mean, I don't know if I'd say that, but yeah, I'm rooting for O'Malley. I like O'Malley. But Divishvili is not a bad guy. I don't hate him. That's a UFC fight tonight, guys. See, I don't understand why people don't show up with, like, earmuffs on. Oh, the cops are making a move. They're pushing. Let's see if I can find a better view of this. I don't know. But yeah, if I went to one of these, you'd have to wear, like, some earmuffs and a gas mask. You're gonna do this.
Bring your PPE, folks.
Yeah. I mean, really, like, it doesn't take much. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get a 40mm mask.
I had one at some point, but I don't know if I know what I did with it.
I still got mine. Mine's sitting in the safe, ready to go. Canister and everything ready to go, under seal. But for tear gas, you'd be all right if you had a used canister, probably.
Yeah,
You're not in a condensed environment.
I decided a few years back that I wanted to put together like some sort of to-go bag, but I haven't really maintained it very well. But one of the things that I thought that I should have handy was a gas mask.
It's not a bad idea to live in an if you work in an urban area or you live in an urban area. Never a bad idea.
Tourniquets too. Everyone should have at least a few
but
tourniquets.
that's just general first aid equipment nowadays. Dos hermanos. That means two brothers. Oh, the ghetto bird's up in the air. That's low flying too. In a ghetto.
All right. I'll take my tourniquets. You keep your belt.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, a belt would work if you had no other option, but a proper tools and equipment are never a substitute for stuff. Like, if you didn't have anything else, your belt would suffice. But if you had something other than a belt, you should use something else. Say dos hermanos. That means two brothers. Hey, but I'm teaching Espanol. The entire city of Compton City Council is entirely Hispanic now? Wow. Young says, what's going on? They are protesting ICE and all the roundups they did.
So
on Thursday.
If Nick's kids were watching your stream, would they get homeschool credits?
Robert Lawrence says, carry zip ties. No, that's dangerous. You don't have... Zip ties do not create enough pressure to properly cut a wound, cut the flow of blood off. Now, yes, if you put a bag over someone's head and zip tie their neck, yes, you could kill them with one. But zip ties are not proper for medical equipment. Do not use zip ties. Jeremy says, I don't give him much advice, but get a tourniquet. Yes. If you guys carried a tourniquet and a pressure dressing, you'll address probably 90% of any medical emergencies you may ever come across. So...
It's not a bad idea to keep.
And $35,
everywhere.
35 bucks, you can buy.
That is such a cheap price to save your life or a loved one's life.
Yes. Yes, I would rather use a stick and a t-shirt than a zip tie for a tourniquet. And those both suck. A chest seal's not, an Israeli bandage, a pressure dressing, yes. A tourniquet and a chest... Well, chest seal, you're better off having a pressure dressing, because you can make a chest seal out of a zip... Anything waterproof. Like a Ziploc bag can make a chest seal. In World War II, medics used to cut little squares out of their ponchos. Especially Army medics. You could tell who the Army medic was because he had little squares cut out of his poncho. And he used those for inclusive dressings. Do not buy Amazon. Do not buy your tourniquet on Amazon. If you guys ever want, like, I can show you where to go, but do not buy medical equipment on Amazon. Do not do that. Do
I
not
usually
buy
just-
medical equipment on Amazon.
I usually just buy that kind of stuff wherever I'm buying like firearm stuff.
Yeah, but like if you happen to go on the internet, go to a place that sells for the military and law
Okay, I just
enforcement,
saw a
like
message.
tactical medicine equipment.
Maybe they're gonna.
That sell first aid,
transfer me
like
in here. I'm gonna
first aid
back
kits
off
for
a little bit.
military and police.
Let's get back to where some of the more
Yeah.
the media are.
North American Rescue is a good
Okay.
one. Yes,
I got some.
Johnny.
media
North
people
American
that have
Rescue
all-
is perfect
I don't know what
because
you're looking
otherwise
at my
you
phone.
might on Amazon you're buying a
wait a
Chinese
minute.
tourniquet that'll break. Yes.
All right, I'm going for you. I'm gonna try to do 6 at one time.
Ooh, be careful.
But we'll be right
I
back.
know.
Let's see.
Living
Oh.
They
dangerously.
said the police are.
Go
moving
says
on
the
side
Palestine
streets, so
black
we're
and
gonna
white
see who we
protester
find.
head scars. Well, yeah, that's generally like the color for Palestinian supporters, and you know, if you're wearing a keffiyeh, you know, but you can also wear blue or red.
All right.
If you're wearing
good.
green, you're generally like a Hamas color. But they all don't like. There's not really a whole lot of colors. It's just like you wear them or whatever. Oh, so apparently people are. Somebody's car got burned up, and I doubt that was a police car. Sadly.
I'm gonna take a second and just show this off to you. I magnetized everything so I can actually swap what
Hold
kind
on
of
here.
tank it is.
Hold on here. What did you do?
So I magnetized the turrets and
Oh.
the actual top of the tank. So this is an impulsor, which is a transport model,
Yeah.
and then this put on the back, put on the big turret, and now it's a gladiator tank.
Oh.
It's not a transport.
Okay, so you can just switch them out.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you 3D print all this?
Oh yeah.
That is so cool.
Is that all resin or is that layered?
It's all resin.
I don't know. I like the one I have, so.
Oh yeah, the one you have is great for a lot of things, but when it comes to like
This.
this kind of detailed stuff,
Yeah.
and you don't want the layer lines,
Yeah.
especially when you're using like thin down paints, because they'll just
Mhm.
like seep right into all the little layer
Mhm.
lines, and it just it
Yeah.
looks like shit. Like, you know, if you're playing with people that don't care, it's whatever.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to try some of that
Let's see how my
40K
battery's doing.
stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna have to,
49%.
I'm gonna have to see if you can
We got lots left.
send me something.
We
I'll
go
try
on.
it one night.
I was gonna send you those
I'm
those
on a
bolt
pretty low power.
the bolt
Yeah.
action guys that I printed.
Well,
I
that
just
looks
need
pretty
to
gnarly right there.
figure out what
S22, I think.
vehicles you
Semi
need and
S25.
see if I can find the files for them.
Well, I'm gonna send you try to get those two for you, but worry about another time. Worry for another time. All right, guys. I really mean this. I'm gonna start working on shit. So let me grab my paint.
So what color we want to do this demon? I'm thinking slaughter red.
That sounds good.
Mm.
Half Irish says Shauna Bronca gave us a lecture before. Were we covering Uvalde? Probably.
Shooting again.
Probably.
What
Coke
what
Berry
different
says, who would-
colors do you have? Do you have like a green that you can do?
Yeah, make him Nurgle.
This is a copyright violation. All these
Most
models
of
are
those
copyright
are,
violations.
All that hats, and then they have the police have those rubber bullets.
Who said that? Oh,
That
that's-
hurts. Rubber bullet grenades.
E-Man Rasu.
P-Dub
yeah.
says don't get into plastic crack. I remember that as a kid. A guy said, I remember I walked into a store when I was like 16 and they were playing Warhammer. And the guy who was probably my age now said, go do drugs, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
I wasn't
and it's
joking.
the price of it is like more than doubled now.
Yes.
Since then.
Yes. Well, the Amazon guy's showing up, dropping off bricks. Territory says, what about carrying super glue? I mean, Dermabond and super glue is
Yeah, more
not
people
bad,
are
but
getting
if you
brave
got
in
like
the dark
for
days.
boo-boos, but like generally if it's a boo-boo, you don't just put a band-aid on it and go about your
I
day.
will leave if I feel like I'm
So.
in danger. But I don't feel like that yet.
So just go to a medical supply store or like hospital shit. They don't sell tourniquets like that. That's a little different than tactical medicine. Coke Frey says, who would buy medical stuff on Amazon? A lot of people would.
A lot of people.
Because a lot of people don't know better. Because you're just like medical stuff. You're like, oh, that looks like a tourniquet. And you use it. So, I wouldn't blame people for doing it. So, oh no, guys, I gotta grab my stuff. I'll be right back.
We got this burn up car. We saw it get burned up. Here, I'll show you.
Not straight at all.
We saw this Waymo get tagged up last night.
I got this not
car
realizing
burning.
like how big it was. It was
Same
the first
car.
time I'd ever done art painting with diamonds. And this is gonna be 22.2.5 by 10.6 inches. I had no idea how long it was gonna take for me to get this finished. And I've only been able to work on it here and there.
This
Probably
is
gonna
another
take me
crazy
like a
thing.
month.
They knocked over this thing on
Well,
the
a
power
couple months
wire.
actually.
Still hanging on there. Like the wire's gonna fall over. It looks way cooler now. It's all burned up.
All right, guys, I'm back.
Arson, so cool.
I mean, at times, lighting shit on fire is fun. I mean, like, let's be real. It's not like, don't tell me it wouldn't be fun to just run around and light shit on fire. Like, if you could do it and it wasn't illegal, and you know you didn't care about the people involved, it would be a lot of fun. It'd be muy bueno. But if you have a conscience and you don't want to impoverish people, yes, it's not fun. But it's like, don't look at that and tell me you weren't having. It's like Master and Commander when he pulls the kid off the boat and he's like, no, don't tell me that wasn't fun. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, Stabby. You know that scene? Okay.
Master and Commander? No, sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So like, there's a
I was
spot where
trying-
the
I
kids
was
they
Going
Oh.
through my mental catalog
Okay.
there.
they use the kid to go do a decoy, like the kid's getting shot at by the bad guys.
Yeah,
And
I
he's like-
accidentally went down there last
Yeah.
night. I thought there was a house party happening.
But anyways, yeah, don't tell me it wouldn't be fun. Burn cars look cool, yes, and they burn really hot.
I might blow up a car tomorrow.
Ooh.
Some tannerite.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring
Be
some
careful,
tannerite.
dude. Those things are fucking grenades.
I know. I'm not gonna.
Don't blow your leg off. Don't be like, oh, my leg. Don't be that fucking guy.
I'm not gonna use that much tannerite.
Tia Ninas has never seen that movie. It is a phenomenal movie. I highly
Wesley,
recommend it.
Thank you so much, Wesley.
Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World. Yes, it is also the #1 women will never understand movie. Yes.
Eh.
But it's a great movie, chat. Like, it is phenomenal. So, the one thing
Just
I will
like
say...
people don't understand redo of the healer, right?
So funny and weird.
It's interesting you would bring that up. Yes, if you are near the explosion, the frag can get you. You know, this model has so many grays on it and silver parts that I'm like using all the different metallic and aluminum and gunmetal that I've got to make stuff. So it's kind of interesting. Because otherwise, everything is like black, which kind of makes sense. Everything's just like iron. So, yep, here come the fireworks. Now they're going to start shooting them at the police.
I've got
So, this is also a great example for you guys to understand how these Antifa and rioters organize, because you're looking at them from behind their lines and you're getting a free look at intelligence
Yeah.
gathering.
Did you see
Now you
the
understand.
pallets of cinder block?
Not yet, but
Yeah.
they're probably there.
You know,
Yeah, someone
for a
posted
while
on it.
there, on the ground streaming during the riots.
I have like
Yeah, it
five
was
more.
frowned
Were-
upon.
was all the rage, actually. But eventually, the rioters started kind of turning against the people
Yeah.
that were
Because
streaming.
they hated getting their TTPs and stuff revealed. Yeah, it's a big problem. And the Portland people especially.
Oh yeah.
But you know, when you hear these guys shut the sound off too, that's a indicator stuff's going down.
Yeah. You're gonna help me get my press
All right, I think we got a good base for the demon now.
Oh, there you go. Wow.
All of them. So we have them all.
Yeah, airbrush and some contrast.
Oh, have you?
paint.
I sent you the link to that guy that builds his own terrain, right? The YouTube guy who has the heavy metal song "Building Terrain."
And then we got 60.
Oh yeah.
That dude is so cool.
And then 100 is like the most.
Yeah, he's like all juiced up, like he's jacked. He
Yeah,
makes
well, that
terrain.
part's neat too. But yeah, he's like in Finland or something.
Bringing the dogs out. Here we go.
The dogs. Okay.
But here we go, Chad. It's nighttime. Everybody's waking up.
Everything is hotter when the sun goes down.
Bring your friends to the riot.
This is still Sheriff's Department. How you guys doing? I think I'm okay. It's getting cold out here though.
Was it the Civil
Don't worry,
War
there's a
that they
fire.
would like the women would like go out and actually watch
Yeah.
the battles, or was that?
Oh, yeah.
It's an older
The
one.
first Battle of Bull Run, people from
It takes
Washington
less
went out with
battery than the new one.
picnic baskets and they had a
The new one
picnic
takes- but I got-
before the
I
battle
got-
started, and they were there while it started, and then they
Wild.
fled headlong. Well, that's because it was a Victorian thing, and they're like, and then as the battle fell apart, they ran and retreated
You got
along with
shot already?
the Union troops.
You got some wounds?
It's a little rough for them, but yes, what happens?
But they're running.
If you've never
They're
seen
scared.
violence, people think it's a joke, and they thought it was a joke.
Yeah, I can't imagine enjoying watching people get their heads blown off.
Well,
by
well, you
cannonballs.
wouldn't. But back then, you wouldn't have seen it, so you didn't know what it was. If you weren't ever experiencing violence, you didn't understand it. So they didn't think it like they thought it was kind of like going to the theater,
I
like
believe
it was a
they are.
performance.
Shit, a cannonball just
That's
ripped
why
a
I
guy
keep,
in
like,
half.
coming up and then
Yeah.
leaving.
No, that's really what happened. They were surprised.
Report bus.
It's hard to be imagine anyone being that clueless. Like,
Well,
I don't know.
Well,
when you get to a certain socioeconomic class, that's not uncommon.
We did make a friend.
even today.
She's a real reporter of some sort.
Yes.
And this was
And I
hundreds
was
of years
actually
ago.
sure what.
Like, what do you mean your parents didn't talk to you about sex?
To me it is, I don't know about the sex part, but to me he had a 17-year-old son. His 17-year-old son knew what drugs was. Come on. And
I'm
at some
sure.
point he wasn't even being homeschooled full time. He was actually going to the local school. I'm pretty sure that he had friends that were talking
Well,
about
after living
drugs.
in that house, you know, Nick's kids have advanced knowledge. Like they've got the college education when it comes to sex ed.
Yeah, they walk.
Fiance.
Yeah, they talk. We're
I
gonna
should
do
told
some
her
weed.
that.
It's like, shit, man. Unless it's coke, I'm not interested.
Boom.
Even if you're homeschooled, nobody is that
Kumbaya.
sheltered that if you're 16 years old and you mention crack to them, they don't know what it is. I'm just not.
It
like
all
it.
depends. Anyways, let's watch these guys get attacked, and maybe people will get arrested and get a flare it in the process. So like we'll get the best of both worlds here. Be Hannah Montana time.
Oh my gosh, I was thinking that song in my head when you said
That's why I
that.
say that all the time. It's the best of both worlds. Mm-hmm.
Gosh, now I'm gonna have that.
All right, well, I gotta go. It's time for me to leave.
You got the limo out front. Oh, whoa, whoa, every style, every shade, different color.
Oh my god, you know more of the song than I do.
Who would ever thought that a girl
I'm a
like
woman.
me
Good
would
lord.
ever
You know,
be a superstar?
Sean drives a
Do you get the best of both
Best of both
worlds?
worlds. Oh, Lord.
Sean does drive a Subaru, so he is a lesbian.
My
You
first
can
car
make
was a
mariachi
Subaru.
music illegal if I can listen to cumbia all day.
It was a Subaru station wagon, actually.
I like cumbia.
You know, which people laughed at, but I was one of the only people that had a car that could get down access roads in the woods.
Yeah, those are fireworks.
It was like all
They are
pickup trucks
firing,
in my high school class.
Well, yeah,
And,
but I didn't have one, so.
Rubber
Well,
shot
we had this parking
things.
lot that was on a hill. So in the mornings and after school, they would bust out the bleach and just do massive freaking smoke show burnouts on this parking lot hill down by the stadium. It was pretty ridiculous. I cannot believe like security let them get away with it for so long because everyone knew that they were doing it.
Oh, yeah, we weren't allowed to do shit like that when I was in school. Like, if you know, the only time you could go do donuts in the parking lot was like if you got there for like wrestling practice or basketball practice and it was like a snow day. I'd say if you tried that at the football field, oh god, you'd be running till you vomited.
We had a brick road over by the high school, and in the winter, man, that thing was so slick, it was ridiculous. And I had a rear-wheel drive car, and I would fishtail down the whole thing.
Oh, here we go, chat. Now we're getting some good lighting.
Okay. Awesome. Oh no, don't freeze up. Come on.
So, you ever see those silicone pallets, Sean?
The silicone pallets, what?
Like a silicone paint palette?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can get these for about $1. It's a
Are those the
toddler,
poppables?
toddler pop socket thing. It's
Oh.
same shit, but a 12th of the cost. Like you can get a dozen of these for what it costs to buy one of those
okay, I'll
silicone
stand up
pallets.
for the back.
Hmm.
Sorry. I didn't notice.
It's not a
but I get-
surprise.
That's a pretty cool idea. Actually.
Yeah, I'm all about saving money when it comes to hobbies.
Yeah.
I have no shame in buying cheap synthetic paint brushes. I don't have to buy the it's like a Russian
No.
rat.
They're
hair,
just burning like wood and
That's like the best. Kolinsky hair brush. They're supposed to be the best. I don't have a reference photo for this demon though, so I'm not sure what I want to do with his armor panels or the axe.
Let's see here. If the government contracts, that would be Fed charges. It all depends, but it all depends on how much of the federal building the government's going after, or the people are going after. Bad Weather Biker says people showed up picnic gear to watch the Monitor and Merrimack go at it, like we watched Monster Truck Rally. Yes, because the Monitor and Merrimack were going at it for so long. Yes, people showed up and sat and watched it. I mean, think about it. We sit there and watch this now, and if you could get live streams of drone feeds of battles going down, we'd be watching that right now.
Amazon, Sweet Tooth Fairy. Just look for Pop It toy or Pop Socket toy.
The only reason that I wish like some sort of jetpack thing was commercially available is because I would love to take one and blare the music from the A-Team while dumping stuff all over the protesters.
Well, you could do that with a drone now too. That's the funny part. You can make a drone that can carry stuff pretty easy.
I just always thought that would just be a lot of fun. Dun, 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 and they get water dumped all over them.
Hmm.
And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like water dumped all over them. And then they get like And then you fly off. And they're all like hurling
Yeah,
insults
there's
at you and
a
screaming
few
that they're
different
mad.
places protesting going on.
Make it like ice cold water.
There we go. Aye, aye, aye.
Funny thing is I would probably get arrested while they would.
Well, yes, you would 100% get arrested for that, for multiple FAA violations, and yeah, the DHS would be on your door very, very quickly.
Did you ever watch that video of the Florida man who shot at the
Yep.
delivery drone? That was
Mhm.
he was so based. Like when they put the cuffs on him, he's like, "Oh, I can't breathe! I can't breathe!"
Something going on over here. Let's see what it is.
There we go, chat. We got the wheels. So the train wheels on the insides are going to be silver, but I kind of messed up, so I'm just painting it, and then I'll recatch it later. So there's nothing I can do about that.
What are they doing? They're gonna tow away the vehicle.
Uh-oh. They're towing stuff. Oh, no. No.
Still some water here.
But I live in that car. You can't take it.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going to say next. But I live there.
This is my domicile.
But I pooped there.
What's this guy doing?
Oh,
What?
where
Is
the hell
he
did I
Indian?
put the... Where did I put the razor knife?
If he's Indian, he may very well poop there.
Come on, where did it go? Oh, shit.
Yeah, we'll load up this car.
Oh, there it is. It fell all the way into the bottom. They're like withdrawing to set up new lines, I guess. I don't know what's going on.
Well, their new tactic seems to be go and push them so far, then back up, regroup, and do it again.
Well,
They
yeah.
don't go quite as hardened as what they used to.
Well, I think what's going on at downtown probably will be like in days of old. I think the LA
15K.
downtown, the federal building, is going to turn into the Portland thing all over again. Especially when the LA mayor doesn't want to help.
Yeah.
Now, there's a few of
If
them.
I
should be
remember
interesting.
right, there was one time when the mayor of
Couple of
Portland
Nicaraguan
went to
Yep.
the gates, and
Mhm.
didn't he end up getting pepper sprayed like really bad or something?
No, but people basically just short of attacking him. The protesters went off
Yeah,
on
there's
him.
those two.
Ted Wheeler. They made him run off.
Yeah, I couldn't remember exactly. I thought he
Here's
might
the
have
light.
actually ended up getting pepper sprayed.
I
Something
don't think he got
thought,
pepper
maybe,
sprayed, but the people like threatened to attack him. So he's like, "Wait, I am a hello, fellow communist." And they're like, "No, we hate you."
I thought
And
maybe
he's
this tow
like,
truck's
"Okay,
gonna
I
tow
better
away this
leave."
car, but
And they're
I
like,
don't
"That's a
think so.
good idea, buddy."
You know, if this stream is too stressful for anyone, I got some streamer powder here.
Allows you to stream from here to there.
streamer powder. Is that
Ju-
what the
ju-
kids are
just for
calling it
any-
these days?
Yeah, just for any Karens out there, it's actually just.
Yes.
So I'm over here cutting diamonds, and you've got streamer powder. Okay.
Yes, content powder.
Content.
Meme copium, you bastard. I cannot get your saying out of my head. Your
What is that?
life, profit. My life, private.
Yes. Meme Copium Josh, friend of the show. How are you doing, sir? I hope you're doing well over in Japan, in the land of the rising sun.
The Coke Fairy. Got a lot of fairies in this chat.
Selena tribute concert.
Let's get some subs.
Hold on, guys. I'm brushing right now. Give me 1 second. Almost there.
Edging.
Almost there. I really am. I'm painting the edges of something. So, how do you know? You have no idea how much I'm edging.
I can tell from the sound in your voice.
You know, you understand how gay that sounded right now, right?
You understand you made me one of your mods, right?
Yes. All right, chat. There we go. Okay. So, Jesus loves you says waving Mechacon flags, free speech or an act of foreign insurgency. On the bright side, the fire might sanitize all the bum shit. Yes, yes, yes. They love it here so much, but why waving Mexican flags? We not in Mexico. You know, we can help give you a free ride back. Base Shaman says for $5, the technology will make espionage impossible. So we'll revert to the days of ancient Greeks of everyone agreeing to meet at X spot to fight. No, I mean technology helps, but technology you can also hide with it. So I can definitely see it happening. Natasha is gifted 10 subs. Natasha, thank you for that. It looks like you've got a Jeep in your picture. Did you got a Jeep in today? Thank you for the support. And Johan Noxos with 20 subs. Big support tonight, everybody. Big support, chat. Let's do this. Let's do this.
If we reach the goal, I will get my murder mittens and show you Maverick.
Is that your cat?
That's a DSP goal.
Yes. DSP.
Cat reveal at 100 subs.
Apparently he had a bad day recently. I mean, when does he not have a bad day? But you guys get the point.
Oh, it was so funny. Like he wanted to do this big marathon. We got Switch 2, and I think he only ended up getting like $200.
I just don't understand it. Like, how do these people manage to survive and keep streaming if they're making so little money? I don't get it.
You're not the only one.
I mean, $200 a day is not bad.
No, it's not.
I think a lot of people can survive off of that quite comfortably. It's the stints.
Well, I mean,
in
$200 a day if you do it 5 days a week. That's 50 G's a year, and you can live on that. But
I suppose so.
you know, I assume that a lot of people, they just have other sources of income. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if Phil does other work, like, or has something where he consults or does something.
He's got like
I don't
a
know.
Patreon, and he does.
Well, yeah, he's got a bunch. Phil has a bunch of whales though too.
Yeah.
And there's also a lot of kayfabe with Phil that like donos are faked, and you know, people don't.
I
It's
think
not
the
really
sad
clear.
thing is a lot of them are real, or most of them are real.
Yeah. But he has it like worked out where people will step in at the right time and donate their stuff. Like
he just
PWR used to be
he got
a
a
Phil.
$1,600 donation the other day out of nowhere from some fan that's supposedly been watching them for
Yeah.
the entirety.
Yeah. The problem is, though, Phil is so paranoid. Anything you do for him, he's suspicious of.
I guess
Well,
he was
after what
saying,
the casino did with him, I don't blame him.
no, he's the king snake. Remember, he snaked the casino.
That whole thing has been really confusing to me. I don't understand why they were trying to. I don't get it. That's the one
Well,
thing
they
that
were
they've
trying
done
different
on
ways to
Country
make
Life.
content. They thought it might work. I don't blame them for trying to mess with it and see what would happen. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Well, for
I
them,
think
there
the
wasn't
whole-
really a downside.
The whole thing was because Phil is like this elusive creature. Like he's been on the platform for so long, but he refuses to do any collabs because he just assumes that everyone's going to be a detractor. And even when he has gone on with like the side scroller podcast.
Yeah, well, that kind of
Like-
turned into a.
Well,
Turned
the
a
thing
little
was,
bit of an
the night of, like, he was all stoked about it, and he did his decompression stream after about how well it went and everything. And then they did their own, like, decompression stream the next day where they were like, what the fuck? Like, he was so evasive, he was so obtuse about shit.
Yeah.
So he got all ass mad over it, especially because people were trolling him in his chat saying that they made like $20,000 off of that stream, and
Yeah.
he was pissed off that he didn't get a cut. That's how it all fucking started. But
Well,
they
I
didn't
think
even make that
Gundam
much.
showing up in there and trolling him didn't. I thought that's where he lost it at that point. Was when Gundam showed up in chat with his.
Gundam has like just casually made fun of Phil over the years. He's not even that big of a detractor.
Yeah, and you should know like what's happening when he showed like. You should have expected him. Like Phil should have expected him.
Yeah.
There are so many people that, thanks to Nicholas Rekieta, that I have heard about and I know exist. That some of them that are
That's the
like.
beauty of the internet. And like, if you guys, from knowing me, you know about Chili de Castro. So it's like, yes, you learn about all the different ponds that exist in the internet. You can learn so much.
It's weird how like interconnected a lot of it is, and like how much bleed over.
I don't know.
or-
Some of them I wouldn't mind if I was mind wiped and I didn't remember who some of them were.
I understand. Think about it. Like if I learned about Turtle Boy through Chili de Castro. I didn't know him through Karen Reed. I knew him from an independent situation. So you know that's the funniness. That's what makes everything so funny and weird when you think about it.
And Sean knows about.
Are they all
Cyrax
just
from
kind of standing around right
representing
now?
him in court.
Jesus Christ! Shut your mouth. You're not saying that.
I don't know.
Sean was Cyrax's public defender.
There's no way I'd be able to make that happen.
You whipping his dick out.
Yeah. Like, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my client could not have whipped his dick out on stream. Why not?
Okay, we do.
I
have to
mean,
jump
look at it. Look at his dick, ladies and gentlemen.
to a new stream. A little button is gonna.
Can you
pop
even
up
call that
says,
mangled, shriveled up thing a
"Go
dick?
now."
Yes.
You want
Would
to
a
hit that
14-year-old
button.
child really want to see that? And that's the funny thing, Kate Peters
Continue to allow you
from
to see the
Masshole,
live stream.
she did that to Cyrax. And it's funny because she's anti-Karen Reed. She's the leader of the
Yep.
anti-Karen Reed movement.
Yeah, it's all interconnected. That's why I
Yeah.
thought of Cyrax, because you were talking about Turtle Boy, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, Masshole Mafia and
Yeah.
Cyrax.
Like, it's so funny how this stuff works. It's all interconnected at the end of the day. You know, and 5-star days, bish! Yes.
Okay.
Your voice does not fit your online presence, Stabby.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, I don't know what that
It's gonna be
means.
a little bouncy for a second.
Well, hey, wait, hold on here. Somebody says, SB Siller says, why don't the Japanese get this passionate about anything? They invented the term bukkake. They're pretty passionate about some things.
So, something.
Yes.
I have been so sheltered that I really had to have somebody explain, like, what is the big deal about this name? I
Meme says Japan's like a cat. It attacks everything smaller, but it's cute and cuddly when everything big shows up. Oh. Oh, they're really pushing now.
Oh.
You're seeing Puerto Rican flags? I thought those were Cuban flags I saw. Bill threw away all the Switch add-ons he bought? Really? That's awesome. I have to watch that.
When was the last time we saw American flags at a protest?
Yeah.
I think it was
January 6th.
Yeah.
It
Harbor
was in
Warble's
another
right,
country,
though.
actually.
$50,000 doesn't leave a lot of money for WWE add-ons. You don't need to earn that much when you don't pay tax. Well, Phil tried that before, and he got in trouble. So,
Yeah, he was crying today
Okay,
about
a
how
button is about
everyone
to
who
push-
clips his
pop up that
content,
says-
I saw that, yes.
yeah, is
I'm
breaking
curious
the
whether
law.
or
The
not
next live
taxes
stream,
would get
Yes.
more complicated
You
as a
have to hit
streamer
go
when
now
you're
to
living
jump
in
over
another
to our next
country.
stream.
Well, that's a whole nother thing, too.
Well, I thought it was funny that he was complaining about people breaking the law. When didn't he commit perjury in his bankruptcy case?
No, I mean, he got away. You know, as much as people like talk about it, Phil got through his bankruptcy and tax stuff unscathed, which, you know what? Rack that dub, man.
Yeah, he got
We
through
all,
it
if we could
but he
all
was-
be, I mean, honestly, if we could all be so lucky.
Yeah, he got through it unscathed, and I totally approve of people screwing over the
Yes.
government.
I
I'm all
totally,
for
I,
it.
yes, I
Like,
also
at the
totally,
same
yes, I
time,
totally
I
approve of
know why
people
I've been over here for so long.
defrauding the government. Yes. I
At the
totally
same
agree.
time, though, he was definitely bullshitting them because there's no way he's
Oh,
spending
yeah.
$5,000 a month on
Do you want to
business
make your stream
expenses.
appearance on Sean's modeling show? Huh? Pretty baby?
You only know about me because of my endorsement of Chili DeCastro. Well, yeah, maybe you
Hit
do.
that like button. Do me a big favor. We need you to smash that like button.
boy.
We're
You heard
after
the man at the
500
riot.
likes. I
Smash
need
the like button.
500 likes. 500 likes. We got 2,000 people in the chat. We can do 500 likes.
Okay, I gotta get back to my art, Maverick. I can't pet you right now.
But anyway, what my
Good.
point was
Okay.
is like, isn't Phil technically a bigger criminal than the people he's accusing of stealing his content? Because isn't perjury like a class 3 felony?
I mean, it's just a felony. I mean, there really aren't classes of felonies like that, but that's either a felony or it's not really. KRM, I will find you out where you live, and I will you will rue the day. I swear to God. Those are fighting words on this channel.
What is fighting words? What?
That I sell trifolds.
369
Okay.
likes.
Son of a bitch.
You can do it.
No, the trifold. No, Joe Morris, not trifold, not wallets. No, I don't sell wallets. We're not. You Oh, you guys don't know the lore. Oh no. No, we're talking about Chili DeCastro and his trifold for civil rights.
They were
You guys need to go back and watch my Chili DeCastro stuff. You'll learn about the trifolds.
Is buffering? Okay. Let me back up.
I don't care how good of a printer repairman you were.
It should be better back here.
Wait, why did I grab this and paint it the way I did? Nah, damn it, I'm an idiot.
Maverick, You've got your hair all over my gloves because I was stupid enough to pet you.
What you get for petting a cat?
Eh.
Yes. Yes.
At least the only time he ever follows me half to death is when I'm trying to trim his nails.
Pam Bonnie will do dramatic, meaningless press conference afterwards. Yes. Is Chili like Russell Greer? Yes, without the lisp or the penchant for horrors. Also, Chili DeCastro might be a closet homosexual. But yes, Chili DeCastro is a civil rights, civil libertarian grifter. So,
Might need
Like,
time for me to
you know.
change out my...
Broken clocks can be right once in a while.
well, yeah, but he also he wants to become the governor of Ohio, or was wanting to till he wants to be the governor of wherever he's at and fight the power. And all he does is manage to get arrested.
Hi, bro.
I still say
Right.
what happened with
We
him
need
and that cop the last time where
We
he
don't
was
need
like
people rioting in
fucking
the
50
street.
feet away was bullshit.
Oh, I still agree. I agree. I 100% agree. I still, like I said, when he had his trial, I think he should have won, and his attorney did the right things.
There's,
Yeah,
there are
I think-
Palestinian
I don't know.
protesters
I
out
just
here.
think that him just being such an insufferable cunt just
Yeah.
did him a lot of disservice.
Yes, when he came into court and acted like an asshole to the or the court staff, that hurt him. You know, you're pissing off and insulting the woman who you're having a trial in front of, like
The gloves
Shock-
are coming off,
The
people.
battery should be doing good.
shocked Pikachu
Let's
face
see what we got.
that she
44,
fucking
43%.
buries you in the jail.
And then I'm at 100% battery on the phone. So
Should have
even after the
known
battery pack
better
dies,
than to pet
we still have
him.
another hour on the phone. Yeah, they might be. I will take a quick look around, see if they're bringing anybody down the street yet. Guys showed up to the wrong protest. There's people are protesting multiple things here.
They're protesting multiple
So
things.
this is the
No, they're not. They're all
site where there
protesting how
was
much they hate America.
a ICE raid, immigration enforcement,
Get him
a
out.
random raid
Yeah.
on a chicken place. I don't know what that is. We'll catch up with these guys. Let's see where those guys are going with that tire.
We start lighting tires on fire. That'll be good.
Yeah, it is. Look at that.
Oh yeah, what did they do earlier? They locked a bunch of ICE agents in a building.
That's what started all this off on yesterday. So they went into the factory to go raid it, and the owner of the factory locked them in there.
It's like, no,
And-
you won't take my slave labor.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm sure that went really well for him. It's like, yes, not only were you keeping slave labor, you abducted federal officials. It's like, wait. You know, no, you can't take
Well,
my
I hope that
slaves.
they've arrested him.
Yeah, he's in trouble. He's in trouble, and then that's when people showed up and tried to stop ICE from leaving. And that's when there's that video of the guy getting, trying to stop the car, and they kind of, run him over, but don't run him over. Thing happens. That's when that all happens. We just did, 2 songs together.
Wow, that's... What did they set on fire?
Probably
Is
some
that a
dumpsters.
I hope that doesn't spread to any nearby businesses. It'll
Been a
take
minute
some
since I
time for
listened
the
to some
National
Bloodhound
Guard to
Gang.
get there, but
Yeah, that's why I love it when they sing, and it's like that's like the one of the whitest bands ever. And it's like you guys are singing it. Hi, my name is Jimmy Papa. I'm a dumb white guy. I'm not old or new. I'm middle school. 8th grade, like junior high. Okay, chat, we're getting there. Do they need water or no? Well, I mean, it's LA, so there's a drought all the time. Send in Blue Thunder. Oh, that went off right on
Whoa.
that dude.
whoa.
See, it's like a video game. He's gotten dazed with the flashbang. He's like, oh, I can't see. Oh, the police are moving up to take over that thing and put it out, I guess.
Okay.
Water,
Then
yes,
that's
water. You guys keep saying that, but you
You
guys are so
Yeah,
full of
call
shit.
that
I
one.
don't say water. I say water. Like with a T.
I don't need it.
How do you say it, Katie?
No.
Wings of Redemption says it like that. Water.
Oh, yeah, well, Wings is in the south.
Wings lives in a trailer.
No, he doesn't. He actually has a house.
I thought it was a double wide.
No, like Wings actually like he was like he did YouTubing back in the day when there was real money in it. Like if this was
Yeah.
like 10 years ago and I had 25k
No.
subs, dude,
That was
I'd probably
his
own a
mom's
fucking
house.
Ferrari by now.
He lives in his mom's old house, though. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure his
he does?
grandma
Oh.
lived there. Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't know his lore that well. Maybe that's true. So, Cameron, this is bleeding. Wait, who got bleeding? I didn't see. Dude got busted open. The cameraman is. I didn't see his face.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Wings has spent all of his money on like door dashing Wendy's and trucks that he never needed because he's never gonna haul anything or pull anything with him.
Okay, let's see here. Oh shit! There you go, homie. You got a battle wound.
Oh!
That thing really did go up in his face.
Ouch.
Suffer!
Oh, gosh.
Suffer!
Oh shit!
This is really honestly the
Just
one
don't
thing
get
that I don't
flagged
miss
for
about
the,
watching the BML riots.
Don't get
bleeding?
flagged because
Yeah.
he's leaking.
We'll be alright. We'll deal with it. He needs some milk!
Yeah, somebody got medical?
Sometimes you were hearing gunshots going off, and everybody starts running, and the stream goes off, and you don't know for
Who's
sure
got
whether or not
medical?
the streamer you were watching was alive. It was, yeah. It was,
I remember those days when
Little
Tim
bit of
Pool was in
PTSD.
Ferguson. Those are the best. Tim Pool going to Ferguson, those are the
He's
best.
got a shirt or something.
I do. Yeah, he's
also, he actually did more than just being keyboard on a podcast.
he's getting his aids everywhere. Yes.
Dude is rocking the skullet.
Yeah. So, do I do it again? I think so. Okay. So. $24 or $23 or $57. Okay. He's like, I don't like playing communism anymore. You guys can keep this. So 23:57. Oh. Winks said he always lives in a double wide on cinder blocks. I'll take your guys' word for it.
Yeah,
I said I'm
pretty
not a
sure he lives in a
wingsologist.
double wide, yeah.
I think a bottle.
Super glue wouldn't work. It's on the face, chat. He needs to get that tended to. Especially if it's deep enough, he has to get stitches.
I don't know what it was.
Because it's a very little head wound, but I don't know how
They
bad
came
it
from
is.
the side of the cops. I don't know what they would have. I don't know.
Smoke and scan is apparently
Came
showing
from the direction of the
frontline
cops.
footage.
Okay,
I
I
wouldn't put
might
his
go over to
commentary
him.
in, though,
hope so.
necessarily.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he starts hitting his volcano bag. I never seen people use those before, so I was like, "What the fuck?"
You
Yeah,
never
he's dipping
seen-
out.
You never seen what was it? Not Doug Stanhope. The Super High Me. It was like a parody of Super Size Me.
No.
Oh. It was actually a pretty funny movie. He walked around with like a freaking volcano bag, I want to say, for like half
Everywhere
the
he's
freaking
getting
He could have
high.
movie.
easily
Yeah.
had damage to his eyes.
Yeah. It's funny. He's got eye protection, and he fucking. No, I'm just gonna let flashbangs go off in my face. He started 7 hours ago. Well, they're throwing fireworks to the ice facility. Oh, okay.
2 hours
Imasaru,
ice,
like
you wanna get-
I didn't really expect high art out of Super High Me. It was a parody documentary of a fucking McDonald's documentary. So I just accepted it for what it was and enjoyed it.
Let's see. No, this isn't live anymore because it's dark. Let's see what we got here, chat. Hold on. Oh, here we go. We got downtown shit.
Uh-oh.
Everybody goes downtown.
The one thing I've seen them do that I don't understand, like I think I had told you about this. They form this line, they'll
Ooh.
push forward,
Ooh, you're getting to see the police deploy.
but then
Something just happened.
sometimes they completely disappear.
look
or
look
like,
at
fall
that.
back.
Look at that. They're getting ready. Well, they have a shift change.
Yeah, it might be
The
a shit.
cops are getting ready. Look at that. Oh no.
I don't understand why they don't just stay there and keep pushing and keep pushing.
Well, because that requires resources and time, and they eventually they can keep doing this on a time frame. So they're trying to tire out the protesters, but it's not like a straight battle they have to be fighting. So look at all those cops getting ready.
It seems to be like seems like they used to
Also,
do
I'm
much
surprised that
more
people hate the
long-
cops. Nobody stops right here on the overpass. They're throwing fucking Molotovs on the roof. Not saying you should do
Don't
that
give
if
them
anybody's
ideas,
watching,
Sean. Don't
but
give them
I'm
ideas.
surprised nobody's doing that. If you really hate the cops, I'm just saying.
Sean.
Oh, I'm dying. Let's go. That's what they would be saying.
Yeah. It's mandatory overtime tonight. Yep. Final is right. Yes. We love our cops, our law enforcement. We love the National Guard. They're so important. Meme says pinch and zoom time. Yes.
Yeah, so where's all
I
these
used to
national
think
guards?
that song that you played, that it was supposed to actually be used.
Katie, was that legal advice? No, that's tactical advice. That wasn't legal advice. That's a tactical situation we were assessing. I'm sure KRM would agree that seems like an easy way to target them. And that's a very vulnerable location that they've picked for their police station. That is a very, very delicate situation there. Because you can get circumvented very easily, I think.
There's a lot happening up here.
So
Sometimes we need to go look at something to see what's really going on. So that's why we kind of fly around downtown a little bit, figure things out, and we want to bring you guys.
that's a shame. What are you saying? Sean just sits stop rung?
that we can. So sometimes that means that we're running around a little bit,
Oh.
making sure that what we're looking at is.
Yes, it's attempted arson, yes, but I'm surprised like
So we're
these
heading
people
to
wanted to do it.
hotspot by the Federal Detention Center
Rhyming enforcement and
at
important are meriting more time. Yeah, but
momentarily.
he's got to try it. He tried.
It's baked Alaska.
Philip Kogan says, "Come out, ye black and tans." Yeah, but that was a song about the IRA fighting the British police.
Circling, keeping an eye on things from above.
Besides, that's like,
This is light.
yeah, they were bad. The black and tans deserve to get killed.
Thermal cameras generally, this ship may not, but a
Oh,
lot of them
that's a
have
shame. It's good to see you, by the way. It's been a little while. Hope you're doing well.
very closely
I don't want people to be violent. I just want them to stop being pussies. Yes,
and provide
very
critical
true.
information to the officers.
Like fucking be about it. Let's go. Smoke and Scan, is he on right? Oh, let's see what Smoke and Scan is up to.
All right, so here we are. Here's the north side.
All right, let's see.
Oh yeah. Also, for anyone who does, you know, do any kind of model painting or whatever, keep your brushes clean. This stuff works awesome.
Down here, they've arrived. They've pulled a bunch of vehicles down here. As you can see, those look like, I think those are sheriffs.
Oh, there's some good. Hold on here. I gotta find these guys.
Sheriff
Agenda free. AGEN.
on Alameda.
This looks intense.
It's the original B and J.
Oh, well, this is
Master.
Compton still, so we're gonna skip back out of this because that we were just looking at that. So let's see here. Okay.
Hopefully you can see that.
Oh, chat. Here we go.
Go away, and they did. That group mostly went south down Alameda toward Temple here. You can see that there's a lot of onlookers here on the corner, at the bottom of your screen, on the right side of your screen. There's onlookers there, and there's a large contingent here in
Wow.
the middle of that intersection. George, can we move towards?
We're going, chat. We're doing it.
A little bit.
Hate to steal Chad Zumach, but we're doing it.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
So, those are federal detention officers who have formed that skirmish line and are holding that line there at Alameda and Temple. They've been here for maybe 10 or 15 minutes.
All of a sudden, they'll be like, "Well, we don't need you guys, National Guard. We've got this."
Oh no, they want all the support. They want all the federal support they can get.
The officers earlier, we saw them throwing smoke canisters back that had been deployed to the group, to the crowd. By the officers, that crowd was
But
throwing them back.
don't
They
they
were
usually not really
it
give
looked
the
like
National
bottles everywhere.
Guard
We
much
saw
authority to really
fireworks get
do
launched
anything?
right into
Well,
the
no,
midst
they're
of the officers.
federalized,
Go
so
off
they
right
go under
into a
federal
bunch of
authority.
officers. Hopefully nobody
So
was
Trump
injured
could tell
there.
them to go do stuff.
Hopefully,
Or whoever's in
things
command
are
They
can tell
can
them to
really
do
like
stuff.
arrest
right now.
people. They can
We
use
haven't seen any,
force.
Well, yeah, like at that point, yes,
gas
they're going to
or
be fully
smoke or
used however
flashbangs or
they're
pepper balls
dictated.
just
So
deployed since the officers landed here at Temple and Alameda. We can get closer if you can.
In the past, it just seems like there's been
So things seem to
issues
have
with
calmed
what they
down a
yeah,
little
well,
bit.
that's because the governors refuse to use them. But when they're federalized, the governors cannot do anything about that. When they're under federal command, the governors cannot stop that. They cannot countermand orders. So
Gas masks.
All right, chat.
So
What
that-
color
that-
should I do the
I
act?
know, Chugi, you were saying like, well, how does that work? When you're under federal orders, you take federal orders. So even if you are in the California National Guard, The
affect
governor could tell you not to
the,
do something.
the
Does not
crowd
matter.
because those officers
Does
have
not matter what the
masks,
governor
covering
says.
their full face, keeping their eyes and nose
So.
and mouth covered, not being affected.
What color should I do the axe?
Those
I'm thinking of doing like a nice warm gold
those things that were
or
deployed,
bronze
the
color.
smoke, the gas, the pepper balls were all very effective against the crowd. They all scattered very quickly. All right, we're seeing a little bit of movement. That looked like they may be ordering the crowd to leave. Lots of signs. Don't see. I saw a Mexican flag earlier. I don't see a Mexican flag anymore.
Give
but
them
yeah, that
time.
group
This is not over for them.
Kind of like I mentioned earlier. This group is fairly close. In Paramount, the
Maverick,
unruly
don't
group
mess
was
with my
nowhere near
computer.
as close to the officers. They wouldn't
No.
let them get this close at
Baldo
all.
purple axe.
So this is a little bit
I
different.
don't know.
That group is very close to the officers.
Maverick.
The rest of the day down in Paramount Compton, we
That'd be
saw
like Baldo style
at
drop
least,
pods.
20 or 30 feet. Usually an entire
Yeah,
intersection.
I get up and he immediately jumps down. He's like,
unruly groups and
"Okay,
the
Mom,
officers here.
I'll be good. I'll
I mean,
be
that
good."
looks like it's maybe 10 feet. And those officers seem confident.
That's all he really wants me
they
to
have the
do is
situation,
see how
under
long he can
control
go
right
before I'll
now.
stand up.
Um,
And he's like, "Oh, Mom, stood up. I'm out of here."
and they're holding that line,
Hmm.
and thankfully, things seem to be cooling down.
56 and
No one's throwing.
God, these
anything.
wheels are
No,
so delicate.
less
Like
lethal is being deployed. No smoke.
for now.
No pepper balls. Nothing like that. It's just one group standing against another. The last thing that we want to see is anybody getting hurt, officers or.
See, what I want to see happen now is when
Someone
Elon's
asked
tunneling.
me, Sweet Tooth Fairy wants to know if I have a goose cat.
I don't know what that is. I just want to see an Elon tunneling machine pop out in the middle, like in Tremors.
You named your cat Maverick and you expected him to not be a weirdo. Well,
That's fair.
when I got him, he
There
was
may
named
be
that, and it
contingent
actually
of,
it actually
LAPD,
suits him. Oh, it's a Top
mixed in
Gun
here.
reference.
We're not 100% sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Maverick and Goose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Goose and he's Maverick.
You
I
can see
think.
that there are officers in black and there are officers in what appears to be camo.
There's going to be.
Those officers in camo, I would assume, are the federal officers.
Yes. Probably
not
some
local
board tack guys from
local law enforcement don't typically
all the
wear
shit they
camo.
did before. Just like last time in Portland. They sent in the Border Patrol dudes. The BORTAC tactical
Sure is
teams.
getting close to those officers. And that the
Come on, people, move in. Let's go. Let's do this.
Have increased in number since we've been here. There was a large initial number right outside that federal detention center.
I guess there's also a goose having to
but
do
once
with
the
Mad
officers
Max,
came out,
according to Bad
pushed
Weather
them back,
Biker.
those numbers dwindled considerably. But now
They'll
those numbers
fight when
seem
the
to have
time
gone
is
back up.
right, but they
There's
don't
a
have
good
enough
number of
numbers yet.
onlookers kind of across the streets, just
Jesus,
But also
what
remember,
is
it's only
Goose
9:30
the
there,
top?
so this isn't
What?
fighting time.
skirmish line has grown in the past few minutes.
How do you know it's from Top Gun and not the Mel Gibson movie Maverick?
Thanks for joining us here on NBC4.
I don't know. They when they're he was
Shopper
born in the
4
shelter,
over
and the
downtown
shelters
LA
they
at
come up with
Alameda and Temple.
themes
We
typically
have a
when they're
skirmish
naming the
line
litters that are
is
born.
formed here to protect
I was
And
gonna
I
say,
don't
well,
know
if
what the
they're
theme was.
they're naming after Mel Gibson, there's other names they could have named other cats.
There was a
So
small number of unruly participants
named after Mel
storming
Gibson's
into the building.
tirades.
The federal officers came out of that building, deployed all kinds of measures to force them to back away. We saw smoke, we saw gas, we saw pepper balls, we saw flashbangs. That group dispersed quickly south down Alameda toward Temple, where we have ended up here. This group, that skirmish line by federal officers.
That initial
pushed the
attack
group
chat
over
was
to
probably just to
Alameda and
assess their
Temple,
capabilities.
where they've stopped. Since the initial burst of
If I had to guess.
gas, smoke, and all that, we have not seen much more. We did see the crowd throw some fireworks into the officers, We didn't look like anybody was hurt, thankfully, on either side, but things have really calmed down here a bit since this skirmish line stopped pushing people back here at Alameda and Temple.
Keep pushing. It's like a 300. Push them all the way off the cliff.
Push
We were
real
over
good.
the Paramount Compton area, and that unruly crowd, things were a little bit spicier there. Things
I'm telling you, the solution
they
here
set a car on
is to
fire.
get a drone or get
There
one of
was
those
a lot of-
backpacks, and the only warning that they get is the theme song from the A-Team.
There was
And
a lot of
then
stuff going on there
they get water and stuff
earlier
dumped on them.
today.
Let me lose
I'm
80
gonna go away
pounds
for
and
just a moment.
I
I'm gonna do a little
volunteer
bit of,
to fly it.
housekeeping, talk to some people. We'll be right back.
Sleazy says only 3 base people in chat. Well, you're not one of them, Sleazy. Let me see here. So, what else you guys got?
It looks like the crowd is being ordered to disperse. We saw a burst of.
Do you have a gas
officers
mask for
running,
Clyde? No, I do not. Sorry.
It
Oh,
looks
here we go.
like
They're getting ready to push.
Oh,
something's happening.
okay. Gotta ignore the diamond painting here for a
Hey,
minute.
Jack, can you hear me?
Let's go. Let's do this, chat. Jesus love you says they went from facing deportation to getting waterboarded.
Hey, Jack, go
Yes.
ahead.
Bad with their bike and says, is this Zulu or Black Hawk Down? Yes. Zulu!
I saw texts. I didn't.
Zulu,
I saw texts from you
Zulu.
that said, please call Jack.
I was watching clips from Total Recall today. Or no, not Total Recall, The Running Man, where
Yes.
Arnold's flying the chopper and he refuses to open up on the unarmed civilians.
Yeah. Well, if you read the book, The Running Man, it's even more bleak.
Well, see, I started to push and lame asses.
When I saw them all running up, I was like, oh, here we go. But that earlier group, guys, was probably probing and assessing their capabilities. So the real fighting's coming later. Because it's still early in the night. People are still in town, in the downtown area, going places, coming home from stuff. So they're going to wait before they get buck wild on the ice
I'm back with
guys.
you guys. Had to do a little bit of housekeeping there, talking to different people, getting some things sorted out. George, let's push towards the crowd. We saw a little bit of action right there. We saw a contingent of officers in black push through that skirmish line, and I don't know if any arrests were made, but it certainly seemed like some people were pushed back, some people were moved. It appears, it could be that there's a changing of the guard. It could be that LAPD is taking over. That's what it appears to me, is that there's a different group taking over this skirmish line. You can see the guys in camo, the officers in camo are kind of moving back. And now the skirmish line is backing up a little bit. Not sure exactly what's going on. We don't have comms on the ground. We can't hear what the police are doing.
Well, yeah, I hope not.
What it appears right now is that they're changing out.
That would be a bad thing.
Skirmish line. It looks like
I mean, it'd be
LAPD
dope
is
to hear them
taking
talk,
over
but
for the federal officers.
Kind of reveal their hand, though.
These look like LAPD units.
well, that's their problem.
In their riot gear. They have helmets and face guards. They don't have the same armor and protection as those federal units. Those federal units are all backing up now. A considerably smaller number of LAPD, or I'm pretty sure those are LAPD officers. There's not the same. There's a lot more federal officers backing out than there are LAPD that have replaced them. So perhaps they felt confident in the group's energy, that they didn't need to be overwhelming them with their presence. that was quite a. This is quite a force to be looking at. Those are shields and fully armed federal officers. And these
Just
are
like the
local
guys,
LAPD taking care
Federal
of the
Protective
situation.
Service, chat. They're security guards at buildings.
So yeah, so it looks like LAPD has taken over this skirmish line and are maintaining control of this intersection, and keeping things calm as those federal units continue to back down the street. And they are probably going to fall back to their federal detention center. I'm sure they're going to stay on alert for the remainder of the night. But right now, LAPD has taken over, protecting this area and holding this skirmish line. Looks like there is a second skirmish line that's still being held.
Yeah, they're
Look like
withdrawing and
also
letting
probably
forces
LAPD
rotate
officers.
out
They
till
might
they
be
need them.
sheriff.
Duh, dude.
It's hard to tell in the
This
dark.
is not like rocket science. You stand down most of your guys until
But
it's
it looks
game
like those
time.
officers
otherwise
that were
everybody
flooding
gets
out
tired.
of the building originally are going back to
It
their
was
building.
funny here in Dayton
There
when they
is
needed to
still
keep
a
people
skirmish line up
off
here.
of I
You
think it
can
was
see
the
center of the screen. Those are
I-75
officers holding the skirmish line
ramp.
in front of the federal detention
Mhm.
center.
Some people were not
Here.
understanding what.
Close
Well,
the screen.
they made us all get off, but
And I
the
believe there
cops
is
are still
still-
on the ramp, and I'm like,
So there is a police
you
presence
really
here at the
don't
north end
understand what they're
of
concerned
Alameda
about
and the
happening
101,
the moment they get off
but
the
there's
ramp.
not very many protesters up here.
Hmm.
They were worried the
Looks like
protesters
they're
were going to be like,
mostly
"Oh,
just onlookers.
cops are gone. Let's go." They were waiting for the crowd to
There's not a
thin
very
out
heavy
some.
police presence there. Looks like
Mhm.
But
majority.
a lot of
you can
people were
see
like,
all these police
just,
vehicles that are
I don't
parked
know,
here now. These were not here
dumb fucks
originally.
about stuff.
So it looks like LAPD came in.
The people
Like, to
are
me, it made perfect
retarded.
sense. I understood exactly what they were doing. They knew that some of the
LAPD or
ringleaders were
sheriff,
still
one
there,
of the two. They came in,
and they got off
took
the
over for
ramp.
these,
They
all these federal
unblocked the
officers you
ramp.
see
They were going to
going back
be
to their building.
right back there again trying to get on the
And now
interstate.
we have LAPD
Hey.
holding the lines here with two separate.
I don't know
skirmish
why that
lines.
went over so many people's heads, but
And a couple of
whatever.
squads look like they're ready to help out if anything kicks off. So again, this is Brian Andrews in News Chopper 4 for NBC4 streaming. We're here at Temple and Alameda in on downtown LA, northeast side of downtown.
Temple. Notice,
Federal
notice,
Detention
notice.
Center, where skirmish lines have
Stop
formed.
noticing so hard.
Groups have gathered. We assume that they're here to rally against the ICE raids that happened all over Los Angeles yesterday. And right now this is peaceful. Right now there's no one's throwing anything. No one's agitating anything.
I don't think I masked
You
off
can see
enough of
that
this
those
guy
groups
before I
are
started
right
spraying
up
the gold.
next to the officers. There's even less.
Now
of them
half
than
of
there
them
was
is going to be
earlier.
glittery.
They're just feet from those officers, but clearly those officers.
It's the right
don't
month
feel
for
like
it.
They need that group to be farther away to maintain their safety. That's good for everyone. A nice, safe, peaceful rally is always good. Earlier we saw.
I'm surprised that reporter used the word agitating. That's a very brave word to use in this day and age.
They worked. That crowd did disperse and did move south down Alameda here to Temple and Alameda, where things have calmed down. We saw the crowd.
Oh, Jesus. Damn it.
Throwing their smoke.
Using the wrong color. Shit.
All that
I was wondering why something
down.
wasn't working right.
Things seem calm. That group is very close to the officers. And it seems like people are voicing their opinions on what's been happening in a safe and calm manner. And we do see a second skirmish line back there with police in riot gear. And this is pretty standard when there are unruly groups and a front skirmish line and then another skirmish line a little bit farther back. very normal, with extra officers behind that ready to take over in case something happens. This is very normal. Same thing we saw out in Paramount.
Is this really that normal? For most of the
Seeing a
country,
little
it's
bit of
not.
movement now.
It is
Not
LA.
sure why they may have
Yeah,
declared
LA.
officially an unlawful assembly.
Yes, I know Jesus loves you. It's like, come on, do a boogaloo already. Come on, fight these
Hey,
cops.
I copy.
Bunch of
Come on.
pussies.
Light shit on fire. Let's go. Do something.
Negative. I hear IFB, but it sounds like program. Hey, this is Chopper. Oh, okay, do you need me to talk?
What do you
Okay,
use
sounds
to
good.
clear your airbrush, Sean?
I just run thinner through it.
George, let's move towards it.
I use this stuff. It's actually pretty good, and it's
Oh.
cheaper than the thinner.
Well, remember, I make my own, so I do the
Hey,
homemade
Jack or
thinner
Bill,
with
are we still
isopropyl
streaming?
alcohol. So I just, I can waste thinner on anything. But I've thought about getting airbrush cleaner and every once in a while just like doing it. But every once in a while I've just left my
News Chopper 4 to NOC or anybody. Are we still streaming?
airbrush in a bunch of thinner before. Thank God it hasn't ruined it.
Are we streaming online?
Yes, you are, buddy.
I think you just got to be careful with like the seals and stuff because it can.
Oh, no, but I take the parts and leave them in. I don't leave like the whole thing in. That's what. If I didn't make that clear.
Yeah, but they still have like little O-rings and stuff inside of there.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. A good point.
Like I'm cleaning this one. But I contaminated it because my brush was still dirty. I still got red in here though, and I just finished spraying gold.
That is so cool.
Oh, nice looking. I'm just painting train wheels. This is like the opposite of what you're doing.
George.
Yeah, he's coming along. He's getting some colors on him. Not just a red blob anymore. Now I need to do a nice wash on the axe, darken it up, add some, more depth to the recesses, make them look more bronze.
Oh, that Don Sawardo guy. I've been following his stuff on YouTube, his shorts. That is amazing shit, by the way. How he does the layering.
Oh yeah. That guy's cracked.
Yeah. He probably paints for money, I bet.
Well, yeah, that's what he does for content.
Oh, he does?
And he's sponsored by.
This is all in response to ongoing federal
I meant, like, I bet he
immigration
paints, like,
enforcement
he's
across Los
commissioned,
Angeles County.
Oh, yeah,
We have crews there on the ground as
Hell,
well
I
as
used
in
to
the
do
air.
that back in
We'll
high
continue to bring you
school.
updates throughout the night.
I wish I
We'll
could
have
get paid by
ABC for
Tamiya.
News at 11.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Tamiya, if you're out there, sponsor me.
I don't have much Tamiya stuff because after buying this ultra thin or extra thin cement stuff,
Yeah.
this shit sucks. Like I cannot get it to bond anything together for me.
It's very well, it's for very like it's got very specific uses.
Yeah.
I really don't care. I'll be sponsored by any model company, really. I don't give a shit. I'll sell your stuff.
Sean's for sale.
Yeah, on this channel entirely for sale. On the other one, I wrote to my the lady who works for LexisNexis, and when they sent an email saying, "Hey, Attorney Martin, would you like to, sign up for Lexus. I'm like, hey, would you like to sponsor my law channel? And they're like, no. And I'm like, oh. So
Did you tell her we don't do Baldo reviews on my law channel?
actually, this was a long time ago now, so I could probably re-update it. But I will tell you, how many people know what I do? Like I've done stuff and like they immediately, oh, so do like opportunities like, oh, Nick Ricada. And I'm like, no. It's like Jesus. Oh, this must be on the ground right there. Okay. So here we go. I don't think there's anybody else is live right now. Let's see. Oh, Lucas Bakken did a "Why I Quit" cope. It looks like, or he got
Oh,
fired.
did he finally?
I don't know what.
Free
God
one?
knows what happened. LexisNexis had a big data breach. Yeah. Yes, they did.
Did you guys say you're taking me again? I think you did, right? Coming up soon? Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay.
All right. Let's see here. There's another.
I'd really like to get this sepia ink to work, but last time I messed with it, it just didn't turn out right for me.
Oh my God! What is chat saying in this ABC the stream? Trump, Trump, Trump. God bless our president. Oh my God, guys! Look at that side chat on the other channel, the ABC channel that's streaming this. It's like all the boomers are on there. God bless them. They do something valuable every once in a while. God love them. We love our cops and law enforcement. Man, do something, you guys. This is boring.
Yeah, they allow it to go on too long. Just
We're gonna have to start if we don't get something soon, I'm gonna start playing the Hamas simulator that I have. Actually, I can't have a capture card, so.
I don't know. Maybe we need to thin it some more.
I want to hear this guy he's calling in. Copy 2-0. It's like initiating gun run. That I want to hear next, but we won't hear that.
Ah, shit. I didn't give that gold ink enough time to dry. Oh, well. Fuck it. Just have to use some light brush strokes. Because the gold isn't quite cured yet, so when I started brushing too hard, it just started rubbing right off. That's called blending, chat.
no.
How are the diamonds coming along?
Oh, pretty good. I made quite a bit of progress.
Here we go. It's looking good.
Thanks to my stupid cat and it being my gloves being embedded with hair, you get to see where he's scratched me. Lovely.
Chat, tell me if that makes it any easier to see or not. If it's
Oh, there we go. That's a good view.
I turned down my
yeah.
brightness.
Oh yeah. That's cool. I think I'd rather listen to you sing the Hannah Montana song.
Than Baked Alaska. Oh.
Yes.
Let's go, chat. 100 subs, and I'll sing Hannah Montana again.
Sean pulls up the lyrics for me. We'll even make it a duet. For long, chat will be asking how much to give in order to not.
How many subs for them to stop?
Yeah. I won't rug pull chat like that. Like, now you got to pay me to stop.
Everything's a grift.
Yeah.
Have you watched any Rob Noah lately?
No, I have not had a chance to watch him.
Yeah, he's been grifting pretty hard, but he quit his day job. So
I did message him and I told him, I heard that he stopped. So I was like, I wish him luck. I think he wanted me on or whatever.
I'm not revealing anything that he hasn't talked about. You know what he did for his day job, right?
Yeah, he was like a home health aide.
Yeah, and his client was, from my understanding, from what I remember, his client was getting more violent over time. And he was like, okay, it's time for me to retire from doing this.
Well, he didn't
I
work
love the
for an
guy and
agency?
everything. What's that?
He didn't work for an agency where they could fine, here's another guy.
Yeah, I don't know exactly the dynamics of how he had it, set up, but from my
He's
understanding,
sorry, I don't want to tar and wrangle anymore.
Yeah.
Which I get at times. That can be a very frustrating job.
Well, my mom did that actually for a long. Well, she wanted to be a nurse, but it turned.
Well, yeah,
out...
she did it. She was your mom.
But she wanted to be a nurse, but she was actually allergic to formaldehyde, so she couldn't even finish her nursing school because she couldn't do the dissection. She didn't know she was allergic to formaldehyde until she went to do the dissection. So, yeah. So anyway, she ended up going into she did she worked for the state for a while, doing heating and cooling assistance and helping low income.
What happened? 2.0? Oh, I can't accept subs anymore? Oh, okay. Sorry, chat. Well, then, Johan for 10 subs. That might get rejected.
Right here.
Oh, why is YouTube fucking with you?
Because
a
maxes out your
dispersal order
channel.
has been issued by the incident commander to all those who remain at the intersection of Alameda and Temple. That's what the helicopter shots were showing downtown. You got more? They basically said something like this a while ago. You must leave southbound on Alameda from Temple. The use of less lethal munitions has been authorized. Less lethal munitions can cause pain and discomfort.
But anyway, my mom worked at a house full of them. In my area, they have
like a group home.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
a ranch.
She got her nose busted twice by the same guy. And after that, she's like, okay, I can't do this anymore.
I'll go make my own.
I already existed.
My grandfather. I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
Leslie's correct.
I was saying I already existed. He's calling me a retard.
My grandfather has been supposed to be on hospice now for a while, and he's survived longer than I think what anybody intended him to do. But it turns
sorry to
out
hear
that
that.
his wife, my grandmother, has some dementia.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
And
that.
we had to put them in a assisted living facility
Mm-hmm.
because the company that they were going through to try to take care of them during the day, so that my parents didn't have to. Physically, they couldn't do it. They couldn't do a lot of what he needed anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But they were costing him like $1,000 a month or something like that.
Oh yeah,
They
that
just
stuff's not cheap.
didn't have. But it's like my mom was trying to. It's my dad's parents, and my mom was trying to explain to my dad forever. I'm telling you, she has your grandmother has dementia. That's why she's doing things like saying like, "Oh, your grandfather doesn't need a bath. He doesn't need clean clothes." And what, like, she would just insist all types of things that were counterproductive to giving him
Did their
physically
church report them to
care.
the police? They weren't getting new clothes and showering?
Treating him like a Ricada
No.
kid.
Yeah.
She was just suggesting things that if she had been in her right mind,
Oh yeah, she would never have
not
done
be
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like, but then she ended having cellulitis really bad, and the care facility that we have them in, they're like, well, anytime one of them has been in the hospital, they have to reevaluate them. And that's when and it's like, and because of what the nurses at the hospital were saying, we're going to evaluate her for dementia. And it's not funny, but I guess one of the things they do is they ask you about Jack and Jill. And you have to be able to explain to them what was Jack and Jill doing, why were they going up the hill,
Yeah.
and all this stuff. And my grandmother just got mad, and she's like, I don't know what Jack was doing, and I don't care.
Yeah, that's a very common they did that. Well, they do that. They also do they have people draw a clock. Like you draw a
Yes.
circle and they tell you to put the numbers on the clock. Like my grandpa went in for his dementia and Alzheimer's thing. Apparently all 12 numbers were within like the first inch of the circle. And my dad's like, well, that confirms it.
Yeah, I don't know how she did in the clock thing, but I know she got really ticked about being asked about Jack and Jill. So they're now doing things to help her a little bit more than what they were, because they considered my grandfather the patient. But I guess now they're trying to monitor her a little bit more. But they will do things like try to insist that my grandfather can get up by himself to go to the restroom. Like, they will not use the buttons to call people like they're supposed to. And so he fell recently in the bathroom because of that. But my grandmother, she's just not thinking. And she's like, well, he can do it. We're like, no, he can't. He's too weak. He shuffles his feet. He can't pick up his feet the way that he needs to, Grandma. And she just doesn't get it.
Well, and yeah, and you know, she remembers him as a physically capable person.
Well, and some of it has to do with pride on her part.
Well, yeah, but if she's got dementia, though, that's more the dementia than anything.
Yeah.
Or maybe she really hates
tends
him.
to look at it more as prideful thing. So they don't
Surely there's probably some of that. But I mean, if she's to the point where she can't remember any of that other stuff, though.
It took a long time for my dad to get them to let him start looking at their finances. But it was becoming obvious even before my dad was accepting the fact that she was having dementia, that she could not keep track of the checkbook anymore. She just couldn't. So.
Well, I wish your grandpa the best. I know hospice can be rough at times. So may he may he do well, and maybe he gets well enough they send him home. Because every once in a while that does happen. And it gets a little better.
Unfortunately, where they're at now is they couldn't maintain the house anymore.
Okay, well,
it was really hard on them to sell it, and I don't blame them. They built it.
Oh, well, maybe they'll come live with you.
Maybe if I get a 3 or 4 bedroom apartment, that'll work, I suppose.
Well, sorry to hear that about your grandparents.
No, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm bringing the chat down. Why don't I grab my cat from underneath the bed and bring and palate cleanse? Maverick.
It's real life. That's okay. Real life stuff happens.
You should have heard how mad my grandma was at me the other day.
You want to make your Sean modeling stream debut? Want to show what a good model you are? He's like, what is happening? You picked me up. I was on the bed. I was happy.
So
yeah,
my grandma's got a condition too. It's called TDS. She's got it really bad.
Say hi. He's like, why am I here? I don't want to be here.
Just to suffer.
Hey, you're upside down compared to the chat. Say hi. You wanted to be nosy and see what I was doing. Look, this is what I'm doing. Don't get any more hair on it. There's plenty of hair on it.
Yeah, my grandma was.
Well, I think I've actually kind of reached a stopping point, and I've got to get up at like a couple hours for work.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. We enjoyed it.
Well,
I think this is going pretty well. I think we'll try this in the future with other people and see what they got too going on. But thank you for being here, Chugi.
Well, thank you for having me. You guys have a nice night, okay?
All right. Good night.
Hey.
Yeah, I got a pretty funny grandma story because it was my grandma's 86th birthday the other day. And we go over there.
Awesome.
And like I worked all day before I went over there. I put in 12-hour shift.
Mm-hmm.
And I get there, and right away she starts bitching at me about this dehumidifier I gave to him a few years ago. It just kept running, and it was, they watched all their bills very closely. They're very frugal. So it's costing their energy bill to go up. And last time I was over there, my grandma asked me to look at it, and I was like, okay, just remind me before I leave. And then my grandpa's like, oh, don't worry about it, because they can never agree on anything. And then I was over there the other day, and she's bitching at me about it. As soon as I literally just walked into the backyard, sat down on the patio with them, and she starts bitching at me about this dehumidifier. And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't realize it was that big of a deal. Like, did anyone else look at it? Like, my uncle has been staying there. I was like, did he look at it? And
is it just my problem now?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm responsible for this because I gave it to you. It's whatever. It's fine. I don't mind looking at it. So because I was, kind of, pushed back a little bit, because I was like, you can just call me. I live a few blocks away. I'll come over. She's like, well, you never answer. I was like, well, you didn't call. So how do you know I'm not going to answer if you don't call? So it was just a fight from the minute that I got there. And then she gets up, she goes inside, and a few minutes later I get up to go inside, and I just go to walk down the basement, and she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm going to look at the dehumidifier. And she's like, just fucking don't worry about it. We'll go buy a new one tomorrow. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just go look at it. It's fine. I'm here. And she's like, no, fucking forget it. And I'm like, shut up. And I just walked away from her. I go down and I check it out, and it turned out it was like the the humidistat was busted on it, so it thought it was 90 degrees humidity, so it just kept running.
Ooh.
And I'm like, okay, if it was actually 90% humidity down here, like the walls would be sweating. Like it's clearly not 90% humidity down here.
Yeah.
So I had another one though. I had another spare at home, and I was like, I'll bring it over tomorrow. And she's like, no, forget it. Don't worry about it. I was like, okay, I'll be by
Spare
tomorrow with it.
dehumidifier. Where do you live? Vietnam? Oh wow! Look at this lady's face. Plastic surgery. Oh,
ooh, ouch!
Is that her hair? Or is that a crease on her forehead? Kind of looks like both.
Yeah, I think it's her hair.
I know, but it looks like her face is like peeling off.
That might be too.
I just want to see the Cup of the Nightstick hit that guy in front of him. They tear gas the media, boss. Yeah, is she wearing a weave?
He says that's what occurred. We were in Paramount at that time, so we arrived after that.
Yeah, after the whole humidifier incident, I was like, okay, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We're sitting there eating cake, and she brings up Trump, and I'm like,
cake.
Oh, here we go.
Good cake? Tell me about the cake.
Red velvet with cream cheese frosting.
Nice.
No, I wasn't
the wife made it for her birthday.
No, I'd say it's a case-by-case basis, Susan. I mean, I was in a different
But anyway,
location from where
she brings up Trump, of course, and I just try to be like, I don't buy into all the bullshit on the mainstream media, and that's all she watches. You know, she's 86.
So you believe him and Elon are still BFFs?
Oh, she thinks that it's a whole like kayfabe to so that Elon will get his liberal customers back.
Oh no! This is they are two Spurgs who had a Spurg fight, and they will carry this to their grave.
Oh, I know. But anyway, yeah. So like she's just spouting, like just repeating nonsense. Like
I appreciate your grandma for being so white pilled, though.
Yeah, but she's just repeating the shit that she hears on the TV to me, right?
And I'm does she watch Alex Jones?
No, she watches like CNN and MSNBC and CBS.
Well, do they think it's all kayfabe on CNN?
I don't know where she heard that from necessarily, but
did she use the word kayfabe? Because that
she didn't use the word kayfabe. But
you go look through her bills, and it's going to be like power chats to like the kill stream. You're like, Grandma, no,
no, not Ethan Ralph.
You're like, well, actually, wait, that's actually not too like. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, if my grandma had been sending Ethan Ralph money, I'd be like, okay, that is interesting. Like, I think I could survive with that. Like, slightly based.
But yeah, she's just sitting
I'll be
there
like, super chat me, Grandma, instead.
repeating, media lies about stupid stuff. Just dumb stuff that's obvious lies. And I'm like, do you really believe that? And she's like, she'll get nasty about stuff because she gets really emotional about it.
What did she say in response when you asked her if she believed it? She's like, still real to me.
Well, she got really mad because I asked her how would she feel if she didn't have breakfast this morning.
Jesus Christ. Did anybody else understand your joke?
No one else did.
God. You got to be careful arguing with your grandma like that. That's almost going to be like front page of Reddit, like owning people.
Well, she got so pissed off at me that she left the room. She went out front, like she fucking left the house.
Like that could cause somebody that old to have like a stroke trying to think that one through.
Well, I don't even remember what answer she gave me, but it was a non-answer, and I was like, okay, that's not really an answer to the question that I asked. Well, I'm like, you're avoiding You're avoiding the question.
Take her to the hospital. Your Honor, I think she's crazy. Why? She failed a breakfast test. Sir, she's 90 years old. Still.
But I did end up. Well, she called me at the end of the night, and she's like, "I love you," blah blah blah, and I'm like, "Grandma, you just need to stay calm." She's like, "I don't want to talk about it. Just call to say love you. Good night." I'm like, "Okay, I'll see you tomorrow." And I showed up the next day with the new dehumidifier for her, and she was way more calm the next day. Like
It's like the coyote and the sheepdog. You guys clock in the next day. Morning,
Yeah.
Sam.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good. Yeah, Grandma, you gave it to me good yesterday. And she's like, well, you did pretty good this week overall.
And the thing is, like, I don't know. Everyone's like, just shut up. She's old. Leave her alone. And I'm like, I am too much like her to sit here and let her gaslight me about stupid bullshit. Like, I'm just not going to sit here and let her lie to me and nod along smiling. Whether she's intentionally lying about it or not, it's like she's parroting the stupid shit that she watches on TV or that she hears on the local radio station. And it's just all TDS. And then the next day she was also telling me about, like, all the money that's in this country and what we can afford and stuff. And she's like, how many people make more than $500,000 a year? And I was like 1% of people, like no one. And she's like, well, no, there's way more than that. And then I looked it up, and it's actually a third of 1%.
Yes, it's a very small number, but it's a lot. In like when the number itself is a lot, but yes, as a percentage, it is very small. Then you have to ask how many of them have Israeli citizenship. That's the real answer.
Yeah, that's the real question.
That's the real question there.
Yeah, because she was talking about how, well, basically doing the whole eat the rich spiel.
Steph, I agree. I wish my grandma was still alive so I could troll her. I know my grandma's gone. My grandma passed away. She was a very nice lady.
Yeah.
But
well,
I don't
yeah,
know. I don't
rightfully
if I tried to do that to her, I don't know. She wouldn't get it. But at some point she'd probably tell my aunt. My aunt's a teacher, and my aunt would figure it out. Or my aunt would know, and then I'd be in deep shit. So I can't do what you did. Uh-oh, they're examining a car. Uh-oh. Don't pop the trunk.
Because I have an aunt that used to be a teacher, but she was an ESL teacher.
Mm-hmm. What do I don't want to snipe? What's on, Maddie? What is it that you want me to snipe? What's there to snipe? I'm busy, guys. I'm painting. Shot like you yelling at me. What? What's wrong? No, I'm not reading the chat. I'm painting the damn model train. Go to the link Maddie sent. Okay, I didn't. Where did you send me a link? Stream saying, okay, I gotta open up YouTube chat now. I never have it open. I just use StreamYard. Oh, you guys are making this hard.
Yeah, I got the live stream on the monitor in front of me, and then StreamYard is on the monitor to the left.
Yeah. Well, also, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting very disheartening as I do stuff. You guys are noticing more and more. Wait, are we not live anymore?
No, we're still live, I think. Yeah, we're still live.
Because I go to live streams and it's not here.
Are you looking at the wrong channel? We're on the.
No, I'm on. Oh God, I am. Yes, Jesus. I just had a panic attack. I'm potentially criminal. Like, wait, no, what happened? Okay, so I'm coming back, Maddie. Like, let's stamp on the crampons. What are we? Let me see the link. Let me see the link here. Where's the link? Where's the link? I don't see the link anymore. I need the link. I need the link. If you guys won't give me the link, I can't do it. Okay, what is this? All right, we'll try this guy. Where's this dude? Well, he doesn't have sound, I don't think, chat. Let's see. What does this link do? It's going to be PPP's asshole. Jesus. Yeah, there's no sound for this dude. Something's going down. Okay, well, there we go. I see. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can. I don't know about
All
them.
right. So, all right, guys, I'll be right back. I got to go to the bathroom. So, guys, mind the store. Listen to your uncle while I'm gone.
Uncle Stabby here. Oh, which one of you kids is holding? Tell you a story. Besides trolling my grandma, only kid. Jesus Christ. I cannot change what we're watching. I'm a guest on the StreamYard. I'm not I don't have any power here. Yeah, it's a something. I don't know. It could be a bloodthirster or a demon prince or whatever. It was just it was one of the first models I found for resin printing, and I just downloaded it and printed it just for shits and giggles. Flash the chat. Well, I just got this camera. It's actually a document camera, so it's really good at picking up small details. So
that was fun.
Yeah, maybe you could see my feet.
Jacob and I were just talking.
Wow, we were just talking to you guys for like the last 10 minutes. We're gonna go get some charge on our devices, guys.
This freaking
it'll probably be about 20-30 minutes till we get back over there. We gotta do a long walk to our car. We did talk with our buddy Joe with RRT. He's a good dude, and
It was good, Pa.
he said he's gonna get an Uber. So, because we're leaving at different times. But I told Joe that if he gets into a pinch where he needs something, to shoot us a call. So we're all kind of like watching each other's backs out here when it comes to the media. But right now, we have to go charge all of our devices. Thankfully, we have some fast chargers over in the car, and I really hope my car's not burned. So, those of you guys that are watching, the live stream is not going anywhere.
Nope,
We just might experience some intermission
Probably a lot closer.
buffering for a little bit. All right, guys. My moderators have been standing by my side for about 2 to 3 years now. So, despite how anyone feels, which way or another, if anybody disrespects my moderators from here on out, it's going to be an instant ban. Moderators, if anybody disrespects you guys, start calling you guys names, go ahead and just instant ban.
What a faggot.
So I'm getting people texting me and emailing me right now. My other phone's blowing up. Hey, people are disrespecting your mods. I don't care who it is. If it's my own wife, Banner. No disrespecting my mods, guys. Please and thank you so much. Our moderators do so much. They don't get paid for this. This is all volunteer work by our moderators. And they're helping me do what I do out here. So we're gonna head back to my car right now. And then we'll find, we'll get charged up. And then we'll head back to the protest. We're gonna stay out here as late as we can, guys. Am I hungry? Yes, I'm starving. Am I thirsty? Yes.
Starving. He's choking on that fucking Janny.
Am I tired?
All right, guys, I'm back.
Tired.
What'd I miss?
But we're going back.
This guy's
you don't see this stuff
sweeping
every
for his
day.
Jannies. He realized
We're gonna show you guys what they don't.
that he was
what a lot of the news
muted.
stations don't always show.
And then he was like,
News
"Everyone
stations,
be nice
news
to
stations
my
only show so
mods."
much.
How come you never stick
That,
up
you know,
for me
they have
like
a lot of stuff to show. So we're gonna kind
This
of
is not my job.
stay focused on what's going
You're
on.
a mod. Take care of yourself.
And bring you guys the best that we can. And shout out to my buddy Josiah with Quality Moments
Can't even
Productions.
get a sandwich, and this guy
Right there?
over here is like ready to defend his mods to the death.
We're seeing how the other half lives.
They're pushing up right now.
So is this guy just like some Yahoo doing it or what?
I don't know. He's just showing feet the whole time.
I got
But like he finally unmuted his mic just to fucking record the ground.
And then careful, they'll get you.
How far down is it?
About half a mile. Just past that stoplight.
I will try cutting that out.
Chat, if you can go troll his mods and then promptly return.
You want to put some towers in his chat?
They're facing us. So if you go to the next block, cut it right, and cut it immediate left through the alley, walk all the way through the alley till you're almost out there. And you'll
Okay, AXN. So let's find that.
How dark is it? Dark or well lit?
It's half and half.
Oh, wait, Sean.
Yeah.
Didn't Maddie send you this?
Who?
Didn't Maddie send this link to you?
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't need that.
No wonder.
Look for you and come back.
He's trying to get you to defend the mods. He's trying to get you to sweep for the Jannies. It was all part of his plan.
Well, guys, if you go to Dad's Gone Live, I bet you could find him. Let's see what's going on here. Some guys downtown.
Johan, I am using a iPivo E4K. You can get them on eBay for like $40, new and open box. I wanted to get mine sooner, so I just bought it off of Amazon. It was about $100 because I didn't want to wait like a week for it to ship.
Who won the Pacers game?
But yeah, it is a pretty nice little camera. It wasn't that much. I was looking at like webcam for around $100.
Man. Thank you for that super chat.
Exact thing with.
Jesus.
And then I just started doing some research,
man,
and I
I'm
found a
not
guy
checking
who
the super chat,
makes model content like for a YouTube channel.
The
and
chat
he's
just
like,
moving
this is
too
what I
fast.
use. And I checked it out a little bit further, and I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. It's only $100.
I gotta go back. Joe Mackey, thank you for the. Thanks for calling me baby. I guess. Thanks for that super chat. Running Vandal Films, thanks for being a level 2 gas tank hero. Thank you for becoming a member. I can't give you anything for being a member. Now, did I miss that one?
You could probably
Yeah, I
even
got
find
wrong
this
for
document
gas
camera
money,
for even
Julie
cheaper
B earlier.
if you're willing to buy.
Well, there's
like
like a
used
there's
one.
like a lower grade
Yeah, I
one
think I
for like
missed a lot of these.
half the
Sorry,
price
man.
on
AC,
Amazon.
super chat.
Well, this is
Tampa guy.
the original version,
There's Auto-Tune Wizard.
and it's the USB version.
I remember that guy
Yeah.
attacked
And they
me.
have like a Pro
Brilliant
now, and I think they have
Disguise.
a version 2
Great
of it
coverage,
as
thank
well.
you very much.
So there's like a bunch of different
God
versions
damn,
of it.
dude,
You can even get
way
one with a
behind.
foot pedal activated switch on
People have told me to get that. Like, I need foot pedals and shit, and I'm like, guys, I don't think that'll work.
When was
for
this
me.
86 JO GOP. Hey, thank you very much. I think I confused that one with the other red one with Elrog. Hey, thank you very much, man. You guys. Thanks, everybody, man. It all means the same to me, bro. It's 99 cents or 99 bucks, bro. Please just give what you can give if you feel like giving. 99 cents makes a big difference if 99 people send 99 cents.
See, that's a positive outlook.
But thank you for those big super chats.
I appreciate that, dude.
I'm not taking them for granted.
Yeah, Flash had sent me a thing. He's like, dude, join us. I'm like, I told him I had already made obligations. Like, I already said, like,
oh, well, if you want to hop on.
No. He did that earlier, and I'm like, well, no. I'm like, we're having fun here. And he's like, well, what did you do? And I'm like, I already promised people we were going to do a show. And I was telling him, like, I appreciate you guys that much
S25 Ultra.
that I wanted to make sure this happened.
Oh, we got this little.
So I just want you guys to know, like,
you just didn't want me to bust your balls for the next like 3 months.
No, I mean, we promised people, and I want you guys to know I've enjoyed this, and I hope
Samsung S25
my goal is to do this in the future. So if you guys have, like I said, you have stuff you want to do,
way better than the iPhone at night.
Well, like I've told you before, I used to stream weekly with a panel of people, and I did it for years. That's why I even have like a podcast mic,
for a phone camera,
any kind of equipment for streaming.
The problem is that you can only get so much zoom.
I kind of do want to start making content again, but just
so I use a
totally
camera where I can
different
connect it to
focus.
Canon X.
Yeah.
Let's say 11.
This is what I've been into recently, so
it's just like a regular HD.
Probably what I'm going to start doing content on. I don't know if I'm going to do it on my channel or if I'm going to scrap it and start like a model.
400 or 500.
Sure. But like I said, Chet, I want you guys to do your stuff.
1100, like.
So, you ordered a rocket, Ben? We can do that. You can hang out, come play with your rockets, whatever you want to do.
For a new camera too,
we'll do it all, man.
Shit's been going through wars, dude. All the equipment been going through wars. Quick takes. Thanks for the torta money.
I mean, the wife probably wouldn't be happy if I started streaming again every week.
So what's happening in Compton?
Especially because, like, how much my interests have changed.
And
I'd probably end up talking about politics a lot.
Chavez.
Sitting here painting or...
Isaiah Chavez.
Get the Archcast, bring him on. That way you can do that.
But this is beyond protesting. Viva la raza. Keep
You can do
it peaceful.
Sargon.
Be safe out there, guys.
Oh, boy. I'd be asking him how his, if he's managing the Applebee's yet.
Well, as much as I'd like to talk to Sargon, I think he'd think I'm a psychopath at this
There's
point.
like different. It's like
so.
He'd be calling you a white
centralized
nibba.
It's not like organized,
I don't think he would, but
everybody does whatever they want to do. So
I think I get the joke though. He's gotten kind of centrist.
You got the people that kind of organize the
well,
protests.
He's been calling himself whatever.
That are really just about protesting. And then you got the people that are just angry that come out and they're for the cause and they just happen to be there. Like what happened today, I think a lot of those people were from that area when they seen that shit going down.
I don't know. I
we got carried away.
Like I do want more like-minded people to get involved with politics. But when he started getting involved with politics, it came off as so gay.
Getting taken to the paddy wagon.
He was like, we need to get Trump to tweet about Gamergate.
$80.
All that shit.
Well, that would have been fucking hilarious if he did.
Oh, yeah, of course it would have been hilarious, but it's never going to fucking happen.
Okay, 2020...
He said he's getting released for $80.
In that time
2024 Trump would have.
2024 Trump. Yeah, there's still a chance he might. But,
Or we get Elon involved in it. Elon will go, this is interesting. I'll have to take a look at it.
think he missed the boat on that one.
Never too late to get on that one. So.
Elon was.
Sargon's really gone farther right than he used to be. I haven't watched a whole lot. I mean, like, I know Callum and some of those guys went really hard, right?
Goes in last and goes in first. They got 2 paddy wagons out here, 2 vans.
I used to watch
first,
Art
then you gotta
a
wait.
lot more before he started putting like furries and shit in his thumbnails.
You might be waiting fucking 2 hours. I remember during the protest in the valley, the George Floyd stuff.
Oh yeah, and Arch is
they
developing
arrested a
some
bunch
video
of people
game
and
with
put them on
Sargon
a
now.
bus.
You what?
And like
Arch
I had
and
went
Sargon
home
are
and came back
supposedly
the next
developing
day
a game,
and
or
did
not
the
a
whole thing.
not a.
And I
video
came back,
game,
people
maybe
were,
a tabletop
I was
game.
running into
I
people that
forget.
said they were barely
they're
getting off
making
the
a
bus,
game
like,
together.
18 hours later.
And I
Yes,
don't know if you
Sargon did
remember.
talk about the Starship Troopers politics, which I thought was good.
Maybe it was an 18. Maybe
I don't
it was
know if
more
you remember the last time Sargon tried to make a game, but
No, I forgot about that.
it didn't go well. 'Cause, I'm pretty
Laura,
sure
thank you for that
he
super
didn't
chat. Laura
fucking
MC,
do any
glad to settle
development
down
on it.
tonight. Hope
Like
you get a good night's sleep.
And maybe I'm misremembering
Definitely
because it was
good.
so
Go for a
long
good
ago.
night's sleep.
But I'm pretty sure he just like took money to start developing it and then like half-ass developed some piece of shit that he never released.
And this fence is
Well, that's kind of like everybody who takes money for a game.
messing up the focus.
So that's like how it always goes.
On both the phone and the camera.
Arch isn't a furry that I know of, but like he's just had some questionable thumbnails, and like I am still subscribed to him, but like half the time when I see him go live, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit in my feed?
Thank you to
That
Laura's
is-
Motorcycle Club.
V is just inherently worse in every way.
Who?
Someone brought up V,
The fireworks show in the river.
the little gypsy guy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I'm trying to. These train wheels are so. I keep chasing it. So you make like a little. You make a bit of an issue. You spend all night chasing
the whole
these
thing.
paint marks around and around and around and around.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised I got as much progress done on this as I did. I'm usually a pretty slow painter.
Yeah, supposedly,
I'm trying not to
National
like
Guard is
just
supposed to be coming.
leave shit sitting here.
2000.
With nothing for
California
chat to,
National Guard.
like nothing going on the screen. Yes, V the tuber.
Well, my camera's dead anyways.
Yeah, Brigade said I could ride.
Battery gone.
Nick Mercada said I could throw bricks at the police, bitch.
It would be a great thing to go into court. And the judge's like, "Who's that? Be a lawyer?" Well, not anymore. Then I don't care. It's 1:30. I gotta get sleep. I gotta finish working on my stuff for Minnesota, by the way.
Yeah, I should probably head to bed soon. I'm supposed to get up pretty early to go shooting.
Yeah, be careful with that car, though, man. There's a lot of fragmentation coming out of that fucker.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably just do like, I don't know, what, maybe 3 ounce charges, or 3 ounce target. Nothing. I mean, I have like 10 pounds of it, but I'm not gonna do it all at once.
We're
Just
just
be
gonna
careful.
keep it zoomed out because the fence is messing with the focus. There goes a news helicopter.
I've
You guys
also got
watching the
a,
news? 1, 2, 3. Am
So
I on the
for
news?
a few years now, I've been making 3D printed
I'm just waving
out of TPU.
The plane,
And
the plane,
I've
the
had
helicopter.
a JFK head
The
sitting
heli
around
who?
that I
Heli
have
what?
not shot
Heli
at yet.
Burton? Heli huh? Heli what? The Hali Burton one? Hali Burton, Halliburton.
I think it's actually laying in my front yard right now because my kids are playing with it. There's like a JFK head just laying in my front yard.
Pokimane does not
Hey, you got
like.
extra. Do you guys like Dabs Gone Live or no? Well, I just had the phone on the mount while I was charging. We're at 45%. Once we get it,
All right, well, looks like they're just wrapping up the hippies.
Isn't Pokimane a stupid commie anyway? So like,
yeah, she is. She's convenient for whatever she is. And anyways, chat. Here's what I've been working on. Working on this right here, trying to get the wheels. But it's like chasing around the edges. It like when you chase around the edges, you run into all these problems on the edges, and you get the edge, and then it spills onto the main, and they're so like it's so hard to do. I've been chasing it all night. It's been very frustrating. So
yeah, something like that I probably would have painted before I glued them on.
Kirsch's got 3,500 people? What?
Like when I'm painting stuff that's going to be like a high, like too high of a contrast or too different of a base coat, I'll
Oh, Vosh is live. He's got 10K watching. God, what a piece of shit.
I'll stick them on toothpicks like this. So
Oh, nice.
These are jump pack wings for my
there you go.
My sanguinary.
And there's a lot of people that got a lot of views right now.
So there's more.
This is
I should have been showing off some of my freaking painted stuff. What I should have been doing. Like my Death Company Marines.
You're also young now.
A comfy LA riot stream.
No mods in the chat, never lucky. Yeah, there's some fucking late night babies hanging out in here. Thank God for that. Things might get wild if there weren't any mods here. Now the mods.
All right, we'll go back to this chat. Although let's see what the commenters are saying in the chat there. It's MAGA everything. All the flags. Beautiful. Watch us 10,000 viewers. Yeah, well. Well.
Pretty sure I just busted my mic arm.
Uh-oh. It's Stabby's fault. Oh. We love our cops, our law enforcement. When you guys go to heaven, you're going to see Pokimane sitting on the throne next to God. It's not a heaven I wish to live in. I will rebel against the Heavenly Father, much like Lucifer, if that were to be true, Kimbo. So
there, that should hold it for now. I just clamped it to my desk with a wood clamp.
If this were true, I would rebel in such a way that Lucifer would admire my skills. And I would succeed where he failed. So don't scare me like that, Kimbo. Because I will destroy your heaven.
I just picked up some of these like last week. I want to try them out.
Oh, nice.
They're supposed to be decent. I haven't tried them yet.
I've had that song stuck in my head for days now. Yes, I've had that song stuck in my head since he made it.
I want to do some sparkly ultramarines because my local game shop owner, he's had an ultramarine army for forever. He doesn't play anymore, but he's always been a nice guy to me and everything. And when I bring my kids in there, he's always really nice to them. Give them comic books and stuff. So I was thinking about printing up a squad and gifting it to him. I recently just repaired some old models for him. Some of them that I painted for him 20 years ago, like a jump pack squad of Space Marines. And I printed up like his land speeder. The base was broken off of it from lending it out to guys at the shop and stuff. So I drilled it out and I printed him a new clear base for it and everything.
That's very nice. I was gonna say, when you do these, have you ever done it where you guys do the paint? Because I've seen the guys where they're doing the paintings where like the Space Marines shooting the plasma arc through somebody, and it shows like it's like glowing and shit. I've seen a couple of those models. That's
not quite at that skill level yet, but that's why
I watched those guys do it. I'm like, that is fucking sick.
Yeah, that's why I got this airbrush, this Mobius 0.2, because it can do like really fine
Mobius
details.
Is that like it's like Russell Greer's face? It just drops out, paint drips.
Yeah, it dribbled a little bit.
But when you take it to Olive Garden, you still have to pay full price.
But yeah, I mean, it's really cool what you can print. I mean, obviously there's a lot of trial and error, and depending on what brand of printer you get, it can be a fucking nightmare dealing with the machine itself, because they are not as durable as like the FDM printers for sure. At least in my, anecdotal personal experience. Bit more finicky, bit more fragile.
Oh shit.
But I mean, when you can, I don't know, man, when you can print stuff like this, when you can have, high quality, highly detailed models for a fraction of the price that you would be paying Games Workshop for it, like
you can literally paint stuff and throw it away after you're done with it.
Yeah, literally.
That's a neat feeling. Well, I still think it's neat. Like I can print out like a part, and I can like, oh, that's neat. And like I can make a magazine, and I can, I'm going to throw that away, and like, oh, this doesn't really work out. No biggie. Nobody cares.
Yeah, I've had, because I know a lot of firearm owners in my area and stuff, and I've busted out some of the 3D printed stuff, and they're like, oh, come on, like they scoff at it, or they think it's a joke, and it's like, okay, but it costs me like nothing to make, and if I do break the printed part, I still have all the other firearm parts. I'll just print another one.
Yeah, I have the real ones still. I can afford to break stuff right now. Can you? If I lived at a band state, I totally would 3D print the shit out of everything.
Speaking of, what the fuck is going on with SCOTUS? Jesus Christ. Like, I did not think that Kavanaugh and Barrett were going to be such
like
massive, massive fucking cucks.
Surprise.
Like you expect it from the other side, from the liberal judges. Like you assume that, that they're going to vote that way, but like when it's supposed to be someone who's,
No, I didn't expect Amy Coney Barrett to beat us like her adopted Haitian kids. No,
yeah,
I didn't expect that. I'm very disappointed, but c'est la vie. Cope seeds dilate, mauled, Lamau. It's all we got right now. So,
well, I mean, the writing was on the wall from how everything was handled in the Seventh Circuit with some of these firearm bans, and like it should have expected it, but still disappointed.
the good news is we do have 4 guys who will very likely will give us cert when we need it. Just it sucks. It's gonna have to be something huge, and basically we're gonna have to wait for a state to get fully retarded.
I think some states have already gone fully retarded. And I think it's
I understand, but
pretty
what we
huge in a
think
lot of
retarded
things.
is not going to be good enough.
Like
one state's going to have to get really super retarded.
I can name like a handful of those already.
I understand that, but like not for their definitions.
God, it almost makes you want to hope that they get gonorrhea and die.
Yes. It's going to be in my motion that I'm writing for Minnesota. And the alternative, that is our alternative form of
capital
what
punishment.
we seek, Your Honor.
Capital punishment via gonorrhea.
Just like, Your Honor, well, Mr. Martin, what are you seeking? I'm like, oh, I just hope he gets gonorrhea and die, Your Honor. I can't award that as a, I can't award that to you, sir. I'm like, if you wanted to, you could. How hard do you want you to try, sir?
Come on, there's got to be at least one rapist in the prison system with gonorrhea.
Yes.
Give him some good time for it.
It'll be like in how much love commissary drives and chat for who's on the cell block.
Their brains are already full of holes, so I don't know what syphilis is going to do.
Yeah, we'll figure out in the cell block. Hey, man, you want to make some commissary? Got an easy task for you.
It's something you already want to do anyway.
Yes.
You know what they say. When you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
Yes. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start cleaning up my stuff here. And
I think so, too. Me, too. I'm probably going to. Yeah, Chad, I think we're done, Ski. I don't know if I keep going. I'm getting tired. I still got to finish up the other side of my car tomorrow. I also feel like an idiot when I put the tire back on right before, like, I get everything done, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll sit in the driveway, and I get these electronic brake warnings. I'm like, oh, shit, I forgot to plug the electronic brake back in. So I got to pop the tire off in the morning and put that back on.
Well, at least that's not too bad.
No, and then I got to worry about the other side. I'm pretty sure the other side's got it too. You have to use the fucking special tools to rotate the calipers.
Well, hopefully my audio and video came across decent tonight.
Oh,
chat.
came across very good. You did a great job.
Well, it's a condenser mic, and when I was testing it on Discord, I had to like stick my freaking face right up to it. But I've been having issues with Discord anyway.
Yeah, D-Day Cobra's live. Is that where you guys want to go next? I could set that up. Oh. Okay. Switch accounts.
And then the nice thing about these silicone things is once it's dry, I'll just pop it right out. Like
Joe's live. Oh, Joe's not watching Riots though.
Some of these there's really not enough left in there to do it with, but yeah, that one. See, like this one.
Yeah.
Old paint just comes right out. And you can still rinse it out.
Yeah.
But the more paint that you have left over, the easier they are to clean.
Very true. I agree. Okay, customization, redirection was live. All right, chat. I'm going to send you guys over to Jeremy here. So, Stabby, it's been a pleasure. Oh, I got to go to the bathroom. Hold on.
He always likes to blue ball us right at the end of the show, chat. He's like, all right, that's it. Show's over. I can play the outro music now. Oh, wait. I got to go pee. He does this all the time. I think he's just waiting for another super chat to roll in. I think that's why he leaves it going. Like any last minute super chats, now's your time. Yeah, and thanks everyone for putting up with me. Hopefully I was half as entertaining as Sean.
These are Phil tactics. How dare you, sir? Yes, not under support tonight, chat. Not under support. Do better tomorrow. All right, guys. Have a nice night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll do the chilly stuff tomorrow. But, yeah, take care, guys. Until then.
A good one.
Weapons, blacksmithing, and models of planes, esoteric works, and even some trains. Much merriment had while drinking White Claws, tips on hunting, and even talking the law. Whatever you
Sar!
do, just don't talk to cops. Even when they nab you on illegal stops. Just 'cause you did it doesn't mean you're guilty. But please talk to a local attorney. Was that the fat guy Rick Hayden yelled at? Why, yes it was.